one way and you could be thinking something totally different. So for me, that was still risky for me to be vulnerable to you in that moment that night, even after I got off the phone. Like, I don't know if I should have did that. I don't know if she might 2 days later, I don't know. She might still feel,
I swear
I'm
it's no
still thinking you might
accountability.
feel, huh?
So
I just feel like you just literally, instead of just saying, I could have called you, T, you just literally threw in my face like, well, yeah, I did. You made me feel safe, but I didn't trust the safety that you made me feel.
No, that's not what I was even going to, how do you know I wasn't going to say that? I should have called.
That's
Like,
what you
I
just
was getting
said.
to that. You know what? It's, if you don't want to give a nigga a chance, don't give a nigga a chance, Ty. I'm not going to sit here and fucking, try to draw a map for you. I literally was going to say that in my next fucking communications with you, but it's like, fuck it at this point. If that's not what you feel like I feel, if you don't feel like I already think that because you and I are not like connected in that way to where you know how I'm feeling or thinking, then cool, fuck
That's
it.
what you said, AP.
I didn't get finished speaking though, saying what I was going to say.
Earlier in the conversation. You said I still didn't feel safe going to you.
So at this point,
you said it multiple
But that
times.
doesn't mean I wasn't going to eventually say like, yo, I understand you wanted me to call you.
So at this point, y'all,
I don't know what fucking more do you like.
AP, you at this point, let's, if we can, and I know it's kind of hard. One issue that you're stating is this man picking with you, so you fucking with him back. The other issue is that you're basically stating you were conscious, or you are conscious, or you're questioning now if T is being biased or one-sided. And what she's saying is you came to her originally, told her, she never gave you any backlash, she heard you out, she didn't move forward on it. She told you, if you don't want me to say nothing, I won't say nothing, I'll be on mute. But then she notices what she's saying. You came up on her panel, and it felt like for people who didn't know what was going on internally between you and Hulk, that you were possibly picking at him or using your power as a mod or whatever to, I guess, be disrespectful. And you're stating that you feel like she was being one-sided, more so like kind of letting him move around how he wanted to. But then when you would say something, they would try to stop you. And so the issue, I guess, if y'all, and I guess it's kind of
that
hard
ain't how it happened at all, Talks, because this happened 2-3 weeks ago, right? I didn't even know they weren't talking no more. She confided in me when something happened. I had no idea they weren't talking anymore. I didn't know it ended. I didn't know none of that. When she called me and told me he came on her live, I said, that's fucked up, sis. I gave her experience. I said, it's a difference. I get how you feel, because a lot of times a person can be one way when it comes to a friendship or they homeboys, but when it comes to a relationship, they a different way. I told her that.
For some reason, I think
she said, please don't say anything to him.
Right. I think
he was in my panel during this time.
It's not even about him, Ty. I'm trying to just focus on you and me real quick.
I know, but she's saying that you felt like I was letting him get away with stuff and then clocking you.
Do I feel like you were leaning more? I wouldn't say you were being completely fucking one-sided, but I would say you were leaning towards that side. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I felt like that with Chef as well. But like, here's my thing. Like, I'm not sitting here saying like, I think even that night when I called you, when I got off, I had this feeling of like, it don't even matter about tonight. I feel like she's still gonna blame it on me. Like, this is my fault. I had control over this. I allowed him in my house. I was still thinking of all those things. And I'm not sitting here saying that I'm blaming you, Ty. I'm giving you my genuine thoughts and feelings on this shit. I'm being transparent with you. And I'm not sitting here trying to blame you for it. I'm just saying, from watching how you are, I felt like, yeah, I think I could do it. I'm gonna just go out on a limb and I'm gonna trust her. She's gonna be able to at least hold this tight to her vest. But at the same time, did I think personally you might be judging me? Yeah, like that's what I thought. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's really what I thought. And I thought, hopefully this just dies out and diminishes, so it's not even going to be a thing. But the more subliminals and indirects, I didn't think to stop myself to be like, you know what? Let me call Ty. Like, we had started to build that, but it wasn't solid enough for me to be like, yeah, let me go talk to her. Because honestly, Ty, I try not to bother you. It took a lot out of me to even call you that night because I said, I know I'm interrupting her shit. And I don't want to interfere. I don't know how to start else this friendship though if I don't start somewhere. And so I didn't want to keep bothering you, even though you put that olive branch out, like, call me whenever. But I still didn't want to, like, interrupt you with that.
Okay, so AP, if there's a lack of trust, do you feel as though what she's stating is she hasn't given you a reason to lack trust in her? She's stating that she heard you out when you said everything. She allowed both of y'all still up on her panel, and she allowed, both of y'all up there at the same time. You're basically stating that you were nervous about coming to her, which it doesn't fall on her, but you're stating that you were nervous about coming to her. And then afterwards, now you're like, okay, did I make the wrong move? But you have been, back up in the panel. You have been back up there with him. So without...
And I didn't even act different, Trip. I didn't even act different to her. I didn't even know. What I'm saying is my actions aligned. My actions aligned with what I told you off the app. My actions with you did not change. I did not treat you differently. I didn't throw shade. I didn't throw shots. I didn't share it with nobody else. Nothing. And I honestly felt he was wrong. Even today, everything I told you off the app, I told him to his face about that situation right there. Now, what happened on my panel last night was wrong on y'all was wrong for bringing that to the platform. They're the two separate situations.
Absolutely. And
But
I said that to
I told you off the app, I told him on the app in his face. He was wrong. I told him that he was wrong. She did not have to answer your phone call. She did not have to say nothing. You should not have expected her to be ready. I said all of that shit to him. I didn't blame you at all. He was wrong. Period.
So at this point, it's not really even, I mean, I hear what both of y'all are saying as an outsider, but it sounds like, I don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong. Is this now then even about the man Hawk? Like, granted, they had their issue, they got into it. AP, you went to T, you told T, he said some things to Chef. It came out yesterday. I guess y'all have been getting into it periodically on there. I didn't know anything was ever happening, but
I didn't either. I thought that they got back together. I honestly thought they got back together. And I'm not one to press it because I don't want her to think I think she's stupid, right? Because that's where the judgment comes in. And the thing about it is, like I said, on this app and off this app, I'm not the same, right? Like on this app, you gotta be tough. You gotta stand on business, right? Because people will play with you. But off this app, I know how to be quiet. I know how not to tell your business. I know how not to spill your tea. And I showed her that in my actions. I kept that shit to my chest. But I also made space for if she did go back to him, right? There was no judgment. So I wasn't going to push her. I wasn't going to pressure her. Whenever she felt ready to talk to me, that opportunity was open for her to do so. I was not going to assume she stopped fucking with him because we always say we done fucking with a nigga and then we be fucking with him again, but then we embarrassed to tell our friend we fucking with him again. So I wasn't going to pressure her with that. I didn't know what was going on, and she didn't tell me that they were done. Nobody told me nothing.
I told you that night, and I thought you knew and believed that night that I was done because that's why
I believed you were done that night, but I didn't know what happened after that, right? After that, we didn't talk about it no more. You didn't give me no update. So I didn't know. Maybe they made up. I don't know. She ain't said nothing else about it. Maybe they made up. Maybe they did. I don't know. But I didn't pressure it. I didn't push it.
So at this point, do y'all really, I mean, I guess the thing would be, is there really an issue? T is saying she's unbiased. She was just hosting the platform. AP, you saying you only responded to what he said. Your feelings more so from what I'm reading in the comments and what I'm picking up on, your feelings are more so, I guess, hurt in regards to how you feel as though T handled him or she handles men versus women. Is it more so about this man specifically, or do y'all have other things going on that are just friendship
I
based?
think it's the way that it was set up is that, in my mind, based on what he has stated his relationship was with both T and Chef, it was heavy. And for me, I think it made me feel like like, shit, you finna get fucking ridiculed, judged, whatever on it, because you know what I'm saying? Like, that's their brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so that to me, because he kept putting so much weight on it. That was him that was putting so much weight, which is why I had to have a conversation
to you
with
more
him.
than I talk to him.
I wouldn't know coming out of his mouth, T, you don't understand. Like,
But I'm
even
telling
in
you,
the
I talk to you more than I talk to Hulk.
but Ty, you don't understand. It didn't even seem that way. I gotta go by what he's saying y'all relationship is to him. He act like that shit is heavy. And I mean dump truck heavy. So I'm going by that, and that's what I'm going off of. And I'm like, shit, I gotta tread lightly with this shit.
AP,
That's how I felt.
how many
I gotta
times you
tread
seen me
lightly with that
when
shit.
I talk to you about Hulk? I ain't never talked to you about him. Even when
No, I
y'all
know.
was together, I probably ain't never called that man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we not cool. Like, that's not that. Yeah, I don't talk to Hulk every day.
Right.
Me and you communicate more. You know more about what's been going on with me than Hulk do. You know more about the shit that I've been dealing with than Hulk do. You do. You more in the loop than he is.
So based on what he was saying his relationship was with the both of them, determined how lightly I treaded around it. I was trying to be as extra careful and private as much as I could because I know the visibility I have on this app. And I was trying to be careful with it so it wouldn't bleed over to T or Chef, mainly T. And I know how Chef is, and Chef, I feel like, be ready to curse me out over somebody she fucks with. And I guess I felt like, you know what I'm saying? They have a relationship before, I came in on the back end, like last. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting to be at the front of the line or nothing when it comes to that. So I felt like my feelings, whatever transpires in this situation, I'm gonna have to eat. That's just what that's what I planned on, based on what he said was y'all's relationship.
Okay, so it's at this point, then AP. So we clearly, you and him don't get along. Y'all probably need to stay, apart. At this point, I guess y'all would have to decide: are y'all going to approach panels together? If he said, I see a lot of people in the comments talking about you can ignore him, you can ignore him. That's why a lot of y'all motherfuckers be having assets. I wouldn't be ignoring shit. You wouldn't be fucking with me, and I wouldn't start fucking with you. But at the same time, if they're on somebody else's platform, is it necessarily the place to be getting into it? Because then it's gonna turn every live into a
No, it's
live
not.
about them.
And my intention is not to be, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt sick. Which is why I even went live, to just get out what I needed to get out, how I felt. This wasn't a drag T live. Like, don't do that to me where you making this seem like it's every other fucking live you probably come up on and the niggas dragging you. Like, this ain't that.
And when I was
I
watching the
felt
comments.
sick.
I was watching the comments and people were saying I victim blamed you and everything. You ain't
That's not
correcting
me
nobody.
saying that
Right,
though.
but you didn't stop that shit.
I wasn't
You
even
didn't
looking
stop
half
that
the time
shit.
because I have tears running down my eyes, Ty.
I don't
Like, I'm trying, like,
I see you reading.
motherfucking,
I'm hearing you
my
read the comments,
God.
right?
I
And
can't
people in
even
there calling me a
fucking.
victim blamer, saying I was
Shit,
like,
I stopped. You know why I stopped
uh,
looking at the comment section? Because now I see fake pages of, pages being made one after the other of, Hulk impregnated AP, Hulk impregnated AP, and
right.
talking
And these
shit from her.
comments were
So
doing.
my thing is,
I was
I
watching the
stopped
whole
looking at
thing.
the comments after a while, Ty.
I understand, but I literally was watching the comments about me come, and you read the comment right after that. And y'all don't do that, because if somebody was to say something about AP in the comments, I'm clocking that shit and I'm checking it when it comes to when she wasn't there.
These are all
And I
fake
had.
pages, though. That's what I'm
I understand.
saying.
I
Like,
understand.
I couldn't even keep
But
like
I wasn't gonna let nobody put that. I'm not gonna let nobody put that shit out there
and I
about
didn't
you.
even
I'm
see
not.
victim blamer on here. Where
They
I
said a
didn't
few
even see
times.
victim
A few
play.
times.
Okay, so at this point, then, I guess, and I'm still say this. I feel like life be too hard on social media if you and a motherfucker. Now, granted, it's cool to have healthy debate. It's cool to see other sides of the, other sides of the opinion. But if it's something like if if you feel like this woman constantly takes the sides of men and she doesn't take the side of women, that may be something. If T
I
feel
mean,
like,
Chef
hey,
has called me a straight up man hater. Like, I listen.
hold on, what?
Yeah, like
I
this
ain't
is
never
this
called
is
you
my
no
thing.
man.
I listen to how I know what y'all think. It weighs.
I ain't never called you no man. What you mean, y'all? And that's the thing. Me and Chef don't even think alike. Don't do that. I ain't never called you nothing. When you
You've
told
at
me you
least
didn't feel
said so.
comfortable
You've
talking
at
to
least
her,
said I'm
when
rough on
you
them.
when you told me off the app, you said I don't want to tell Chef. I said okay. I said okay. I understand. Literally, I was literally compassionate with you.
Hold on, they in the comments now. Oh, so the issue is with Chef. Miss May 88.
No, it's
Don't
not.
do that. Cause T ain't said that and AP ain't said that. Don't do that. Whew, goodness gracious. You motherfuckers will have a nigga fold if they don't stand on business, won't you? All I'm saying is, from what it sounds like from the outside, granted, from coming in mid live and then hearing AP on live this morning, it sounds like we can forget all about Hawk. Her situation more so was like I felt like maybe T is taking the side of men opposed to women. She's quicker to jump to their defense than she is women, and T is coming in defending it, saying, I didn't take anybody's side. I remained mutual.
I
What I'm
told both of
saying
them they
is,
was wrong. I told Hope where he was wrong, and I told AP where she was wrong. I
okay.
And I
told both of them
accepted that.
where they was wrong.
I say you right. You right. You right.
So then, now hearing it back, AP, do you still feel like perhaps do you feel like that's an insecurity and something that's within that you think that she's going to automatically do that? Or do you feel like she's shown you that personally? Or is that something that you've seen possibly you're holding on to a fear of that happening, so you're holding her against that? Or do you feel like she's done that and that's why you're
I think
holding her
it
to it?
comes from the fact that we know we come from different sides of TikTok. And I know that there are some conversations I will bow out on because we are just simply not going to agree when it comes to men in general. I think I take that as a factor as well. We're not stupid, right, Ty? Like, we don't agree on everything.
No, we don't.
And so there are things that when it comes to men, there's things we just don't agree on as well. And so I do take those things into consideration.
Like
I
I
think
said
that's where that
again,
comes from.
I
And
understand. And again,
it's not intentionally like I'm not trying to call you or not trying to
but you did
on the
though.
back
That's the
on
whole
the
thing. You did call me, and I did not say in that moment. I did not say, "Well, AP, you could have did this or you could have did that." He was wrong, but I didn't do none of that.
and I called you again last night when your live got discontinued is what I'm saying, and I was like, you gonna go live again. That was my opportunity for trying to talk to you.
Yeah, and I was like, "Yeah." I said, "I'm on. I was on live at that time,"
So
and I was like, "Yeah, I'm live now."
and
I said,
so
"I'm
I
live now,
couldn't
but I'm gonna
sleep.
call you when I
So
get off live."
I couldn't sleep because I was feeling sick to my stomach. I was like, this ain't a good feeling, yo. This is not a good feeling. That interaction with us, I don't give a fuck. Like, the comments gonna do what the comments do. But this interaction, I was like, it's mutual. It's like that does not put a good taste in my mouth. So when I went live, I'm explaining how I feel, which I don't do, which people don't like. It's not like they take time to like. That shit wasn't about how I felt when I was on your panel. You already know that was just getting to the nitty gritty. But it's like me to explain myself and how I am and how I think. That's why I went live. This wasn't a purpose of let me drag. This was a
No, I
purpose of
just feel
I'm
like it should
saying
have
I'm not
never.
okay.
None of
That's
that.
what I was saying.
I understand that, but you were literally saying women were. It wasn't even him. It was the women questioning me, and I was the one.
Yes.
I was the one talking to you.
Constantly. Constantly.
Because AP, you literally
Constantly.
sat there. You literally, and this is where, I guess this is where I bow out, right? This is where I bow out. Because on this live, I've been in here. I've been listening. You ain't been accountable on nothing you did. You know you went up there and you threw straight shots at that
I
nigga.
was
You
accountable on your
know.
platform. You're
But
not going
you
to end it
not
on that. I'm not
here.
letting you do that.
Not
I did say
here.
that on your
I'm
platform.
talking about here. When you've been talking to these people, you were not completely honest on your own live.
What are you talking about?
When you was talking
Right, because
about
I'm
what
coming from, I
happened
already did that on your live.
on your live, as you were talking about what happened on the live you were on,
I wasn't
you
even
did
talking
not
about the
say
live I
the
was
part you
on.
played in all of
Yo,
this.
T, I wasn't even all the way talking about just the live I was on.
Okay.
I referenced it here and there, but what I'm saying, also talked about when I was a little girl. Did you hear that part? I also talked about
Yeah,
being in
I
a
heard all that. Yeah.
male-dominated household. Did you hear that part?
I heard,
It was
yes,
a
I
lot
did.
more parts than just your live. It wasn't about your live.
I'm talking about when
So you're
you
not going to sit here
were
and say I wasn't
referring.
holding myself accountable. I did hold myself
I am
accountable.
speak.
When I
I
went
am
there and I
speaking
came back up
on
to your
when.
platform after you
Okay,
went back
AP.
live, I said I was sorry. I
Okay, AP.
apologized to you and said I did not mean for this to happen. That wasn't my intention. That is taking accountability.
Okay.
I did say those words.
You're not hearing nothing. You're not hearing nothing I'm saying, but that's cool.
All right.
Yeah, I
So
think we got to remove the
I didn't
emotion,
take
y'all.
accountability. All
Yeah.
right. So that's the conclusion of today.
Trip. When y'all were talking about
Mm-hmm.
that live that you came in on,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear her say, "Yeah, I did go up and throw a couple jabs at him. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did start some shit too." Did you hear her say any of that?
No, not directly. No. Uh, no. To
She
answer your
let you
question, no.
talk
But
like, "I saw what he did. He was wrong. She don't know what he was doing to you." But she did not say, "But I did play a part too. I did go up there picking. I did." She didn't tell you that. She allowed you to think.
No, I didn't allow nothing.
Okay.
I didn't allow nothing. If she would have asked me that and been like, "Yo, did you say anything or did you whatever?" Like,
So
yeah,
she had
okay,
to
but
ask you that,
listen, we
AP?
come. No, she don't have to ask me that, but I also don't have to tell the shits that the parts of the stories that you want me to tell because you want me to fucking tell them on my
No, it's
fucking
just
platform.
no, it's
All I'm
not
doing
about
is
that. It's
talking to
about
her, and
the
I'm like,
role
"Yo,
you
from my
played in
perspective, this is
him.
what I'm saying." I'm not sitting
Oh
like
my God.
here's my thing. If you, it's one thing to say I never in the history of anything, in the history of the live or whatever, I never took accountability. It's one thing to say that, and we know that's not true because I did on your platform. But it's another to come in here and then expect me to have to fucking sit there and repeat that after I already went through that emotional exhaustion on your platform already, knowing I did that already.
Trip, do you
I
understand?
already did it. So
Trip,
you're
do you
demanding
understand?
that I
Trip,
do
do
it
you
again in
understand?
my own live.
Okay,
Hey
Trip, do you
everybody, I was
understand?
wrong.
Okay,
I went
cool.
to T's platform. I caused chaos. Is that better? Do you
Nah.
want me to announce that everywhere I go? Is that a requirement for you? That doesn't
okay.
mean that that's how I was trying to intentionally mess and fuck up the story
Right.
to make it lean on me or make me look like I was in a positive light. No, I was really expressing myself and how I felt. This was more so how I felt things went.
All right.
Okay. So, yes, I came in mid live. From what I saw, when I came in this morning on AP Live and she was talking about, her situation, I said I felt that it was wrong that that man was speaking in the background, talking about let's go work out. Especially when she tried, you could tell she was embarrassed and trying to cut it short. I said I think he was wrong for that. And when she said that he told her, when I call you, you be quiet. I said I think that nigga out of line for that. I don't think that's cool. I
When I was
say
on here, I was mainly talking about the fact that I deem it as abuse. That nigga is abusive. Yes, that's what I said. That's what we
I would say
disagreed
mental
on.
abuse, but I would say mentally abusive. Now, what I did miss on the live yesterday was when y'all said that he had been stalking or following around, and y'all said he was abusive. Would that have made me think of it in a different way? Yes, I would have had to ask if I was in that live. I would have had to say,
But that
"Hold
never
on, that nigga
happened,
put
and
his
that's the
hands
part
on
that
you,"
I'm trying to
I didn't
figure
and
tell,
out.
that's
and I
not the
didn't
only
tell her
con.
that
Trip,
happened though.
none of
I
that
didn't
Right, and I
tell you
happened.
that
understand, and
happened,
that's
Trip.
not the only kind. I understand what you're saying, AP. And no, you did not specify from what I'm hearing what kind of abuse. If you do say
No,
stalking,
Trip,
no, and following you
none of
around,
that happened. That's what I'm trying to
Oh,
explain to
No,
you.
it didn't happen. That's what I'm saying.
That's
But no,
exactly.
here's
She
my
said it,
thing.
but it
No,
didn't happen. So she said, she made a statement.
oh,
And then when I said, wait a minute, that's not what happened, she said, well, that's not what I meant. So had I not cleared it up, yes, people would have thought he was stalking her. Yes, people would have thought he was following her around the app. I'm the one that had to say, hold on, AP, wait. Then she said, well, I didn't mean to say that. But she said it. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So
Yeah.
she said 3 different things, right? She said he was stalking her. She said he was following her around the app, right? Both of those things, she said, I didn't mean to
That's
say
not
that,
what
but
I
she
meant to
said it.
say.
You
Following me around
did,
the app. That's
AP.
not what I meant.
But that's not what you meant, but that's what you said. It's what
okay.
you
So
said
did
out your
y'all ever
mouth.
state that the man was stalking or following her around the app?
Yes, she said both of them, but they never happened.
I didn't say stalking. That's not what I
You
said.
did. That's the first statement you said.
That
Like
is
I said,
not the
AP,
first statement
you
I
were
made. I
saying
didn't
so
say
much. You
stalking. I
don't
did not
remember
say
what you were
stalking.
saying.
I don't even say
Ask the people in the
stalking.
comments. They heard it.
I did not say stalking. I
You
didn't say. I don't
did.
recall saying stalking. I really don't.
Okay.
Now following around the app, yeah, I probably did say something like that. I don't really know because here's what I'll say. Yes, I was fueled with rage. I was talking a mile a minute. Absolutely. Was I trying to make sense of whatever the fuck I was saying? Yes, I was. Holt kept talking over me. I was talking over him. We were trying to talk over each other. Like he stutters, fucking stammers. I do the fucking same when we're pissed. Like, yes, that's where the wires got fucking crossed because everybody was talking over everybody.
No, that's not what happened.
Yes, it was.
No, it
Yes, it
wasn't.
was.
I
That's what
made
it
him
felt
be
like happened
quiet.
coming out
He
of
was
that.
even
Yes,
on
it
the
was.
phone.
Because it felt like
AP,
we were just
he
going
got
back and
reported and
forth.
got down, and you got to speak. That's not true. You were not being interrupted. You
I
were
was being
not.
interrupted because you had to tell him to stop interrupting because
No.
I didn't interrupt him.
No. When he said you weren't telling the whole story, I said, let her finish. But when you said he was stalking, the reason why he got upset is because you were lying on him. You said things that never happened because you didn't mean to say them, but they were said. That's not what you meant, but that's what you said. And the only reason why that didn't stick is because I stopped it. That narrative would be out here right now that man was stalking and following you around the app. Had
That's
I
not what I
not been
meant.
like, hold on, AP.
All right. So
Stop.
that's not what I meant. I corrected it in the live and I was like, if that's what y'all heard, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. But you still wanted to harp on that's what you said. Okay, so that's not what I meant. Let me clear that up.
Okay. That's all I was explaining to Trip. Because Trip said, I didn't know he was stalking and following. I was like, Trip, he wasn't. But that's what made the abuse, that's what made us stop the abusive part. Because you had already said 2 other things that were false. So we were trying to stop you from saying that too if it hadn't happened.
Okay, I see this is deeper than what I expected. At this point, we know it probably won't be a comeback for AP and Brother Hawk. At this point, AP, we understand that, you were defensive about going to T. You did. You released the information. She held on to it. She didn't bring it to social media. She opened up her platform to you and Hawk. Y'all both went up. And at this point, can it be moved forward? So what I'm trying to do is separate the difference. What T is saying is that you made some things, and she's saying that while you're not lying, you're not clearing up falsified information. So you're allowing people to kind of build their own assumptions based off of the information that you do provide, instead of telling it from, both sides. They did this, I did this. This is what happened from start to finish. She states that the information that you are putting out is creating somebody to view things from only one side. If you say he was abusive, now granted, there are multiple forms of abuse, emotional, physical, whatever, But when you say that, when you say stalking and then following around, and I know you say you don't say that, but if that is what it come out, then yes, it would lead a person to automatically assume you got hands placed on you. You would have to say, like you did, the examples. Well, this motherfucker gonna tell me, be quiet when he called me. Well, then a person would say, well, that's emotionally manipulative and disrespectful. You have to break it down in certain aspects.
That's what we
So,
said.
okay, so I'm
True. But
understanding
see,
now.
as I'm even trying to tell my story, he does keep interrupting. So that's my thing. Like, I'm like, yo, can I speak? You just talk. You talk. You go ahead and finish for me. And at a certain point, T's remaining calm and she's just like, Hope, let her talk. You gotta let her talk. Because every time I hear somebody yelling in the background, it's Hulk trying to overtalk. Okay, so you don't want me to say what I gotta say because T kept saying, AP, talk like you're talking to me. I'm trying to talk like I'm talking to you, but I keep getting interrupted.
You was going at him. You was like, nigga, you. I said, AP, talk to me.
And I'm sorry, I was literally, because in my head, I'm placing myself in
Because
my house, Ty.
we know,
It
and
just
that's why I was
happened
doing
that
that.
I'm
Because
literally
y'all
placing
were
myself
both
in my
arguing
head.
at each other. And I'm like, AP, just talk to me. Because if you keep addressing him, he's going to respond to you. So AP, talk to me. And you kept saying, no, you, nigga, you. And that's when he was like, bitch.
And to the girl, take me to the king. She
And
said,
then I
so
blinked
telling
after
somebody
that.
be quiet is disrespectful. No, it's not. I mean, it is abusive. No, it's not abusive to tell somebody to be quiet. But what I heard yesterday on that panel was that he would contact her and tell her, if I called you, then you need to be quiet. You don't need to speak. I need to speak because clearly I wanted to speak to you. And that is a disrespectful ass nigga. Now, bitch, don't try to play word semantics with me at 7 o'clock in the morning. You shut the fuck up and be in them comments, okay? You don't try to argue with me, motherfucker, about what I heard. Now that's what I heard. Now shut your damn mouth. Hey, that's abusive. No, bitch, that's what the hell I said it was. The fuck is disrespectful. And you
Then
wouldn't
I
pull it
said
on
the
certain
same
women or
exact
they get
thing.
off in that
All of
ass.
that shit that happened at her house, I said was wrong. All of that shit that happened at her house was completely wrong. He was wrong. And I told him that you were wrong. If I was trying to protect him, I wouldn't have read them text messages. I read them text messages to him. Like, nigga, you said this shit back to back. How is that me? That's even showing you I wasn't taking this nigga side. Because I'm reading the messages back to him. Like, you said this back to back to back. How you expect her to, how you assuming you gonna sit here and assume she was supposed to be ready for you? I said this shit to him. I was yelling at him. I was going the fuck off on him. How's that taking his side?
Yeah.
So
Was what happened in my life today. That's the part where I felt could have been avoided. That's the part that I was upset about. I wasn't blaming AP for nothing that happened in a relationship. I don't get in people's relationship. I didn't say nothing about their relationship. But them bringing it to my platform was wrong.
it was.
This girl talking about, Trip, do you have a job? Bitch, you followed me up until 2 seconds ago. Don't you see me clock off here every day and say I'm going to work, y'all? Type of loyal fan is you. I just blocked your ass 2 minutes ago talking about, Trip, do you have a job? Do you grease that large ass forehead for you pop off in a bitch live early in the morning trying to get the tea? Motherfucker. Now I'm up here trying to regulate and help these two ladies. I started off telling AP if she felt like she was being disrespected, she shouldn't be going off in the room. You know, it's too much going on in life to be going places where you feel like motherfuckers is trying to side you. But now T is coming up here stating that, yes, what AP said is the truth, but there's additional things that were added to it. I'm up here trying to really squash the damn beef. You motherfuckers down there trying to be funny and comical early as hell.
And
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 be
that
quiet.
and
No,
Troy
you're not
Caleb,
helping. Bitch, go grease that forehead and take them goddamn glasses off. I know your eyes is close.
and,
Take me to the king. You ain't far from him. The
and
Lord wants you, bitch. The Lord wants you. Now don't start fucking with me this early.
Troy Caleb is right. He already told her you was his ace, so she thought you were on his side. He played it in T. So I will say that I allowed that to weigh too much without confirming it with T. Because my friendship with T is so new, and because that situation with Hulk was so new. And so honestly inexperienced to know how to play it with T. Like, I'll just be thinking T got too much going on for me to interrupt her with that whatever. So I think what I was trying to do was manage my own feelings, still support her in her life, and act like nothing's going on until I got caught up. That's the truth. Until I got caught up with these indirects and shit not being cool with the indirects. And I think that also the bulk of it came from him embarrassing me in my life. That's really where it came from. It's not so much like, yeah, he was the person who did it, who made the offense. But my thing is, I was upset from him disrespecting me in front of over 100 people in my life.
The dirty little secret, whatever your dirty little secrets, the only dirty little secret too. You talking about Trip? We've seen you on camera before. Turn the camera on, nigga. I know you ain't seen the right person talking about cocoa butter, bitch. My skin's smoother than a baby's ass. I know you ain't. I don't know who the fuck you done pulled up or thought you seen, nigga. This Tia Kemp on my profile picture, and that's me on my page with makeup, but without makeup, nigga. My skin is peachy clean. We have in Marcus Live. And so that's why I'm confused on why the hell you think a nigga got bad skin. Turn my camera on to prove what to you, bitch, that I don't like you? You behind the fake page. What we gonna discuss, motherfucker? You wish I would come on camera so you could throw a nigga up in your background. You punk motherfuckers that never post me, bitch. I don't fuck with y'all like that. It ain't enough of y'all niggas. Try to take who? Yeah, you niggas ain't fucking with me. I come up here for entertainment, bitch, looking to talk about somebody's skin. Better go fuck with your mammy.
Y'all, please don't do that. Don't trigger Trip.
Yeah,
Don't
fuck with your
even.
mammy. I'm up here, and that other little bitch talking about, you're trying to use this for content. Bitch, you was following me 2 seconds ago. If I was gonna use it for content, you'd be the first to watch, but you can't now because you're blocked, bitch. You and that large forehead and them close eyes with them glasses on. You won't be watching anything now, and I'm not gonna use these young ladies for content. They're having a heart-to-heart conversation. I wish we could get to the
Let
bottom
me
of it.
and let
And
me
just
and let
say,
me and let me and let me
it's all
say
right.
this. And let me say this. Even when AP and them left my life, when people were like, "What? I can't believe what happened." We was recapping. I said my brother and my sister was fucking around. Somebody said they got incest. I said no, 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 no. My brother and my sister. Like I still refer to AP as my sister. Like I never like took that from her. I said no, my brother and my sister got up here clowning, and people was confused because they thought my brother and my sister was messing with had incest. Cause I literally was like, my brother and my sister, they got out here and I found out they was messing around. I didn't say my home girl and my brother. I called you my sister.
I just think that the way that Hulk depicted it to me was that it was closer than any other whatever, you know what I'm saying, you had going on. So for me, I didn't want to infiltrate on that, but I also didn't want to irritate it with what we had going on. I ain't gonna hold you. And I tried to maintain and think that, well, if it don't work out, it's cool. Like, they ain't gonna know, nobody gonna know. We just blow it over and that's it. I didn't think that it would be this ending. I didn't think it would end with disrespect. I did not think it would, most of all, I did not think it was going to end. And I feel like that's why I had to just come out to you with it, because you heard the nigga's voice in the background. And that's really why I felt like I had to call you. I said, I know Ty gonna hear this shit, because I called you and told you what happened and just be transparent about it. But I still plan to just clean up the shit without you being involved or me needing your help. And I think I tried to maintain it without your help. And that's what it was. I didn't ask you for help when I needed it.
And the only dirty little secret too, bitch, you ain't got nobody but Nosy and Diamond on your little motherfucking page, you funky bitch. That's right, ho. I looked you up, bitch. You ain't got nobody but Diamond and Nosy on there. What you got, motherfucker? 6 posts? You need to get your motherfucking blogger technology up, bitch. Ain't no reason for you to be lacking like that. We go to a blog page, bitch, we want to see content, not 6 videos and 5 of them are the same nigga, motherfucker.
So yeah, I that's not what I meant. I didn't mean to. And I don't know if I hurt your feelings, Ty. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. If they are hurt, I didn't mean to, disrespect your platform. Obviously, like I've already said this before on your platform, but that wasn't my intention for it to go like that. I went off of emotion on that shit, and I thought I could just handle it by myself. And now I know better. I needed to reach out to you for that help because you were probably one of the main ones that could have helped in that situation. So
I would have been there for you. I just want you to know. You ain't never got are there times where if you need to see it another way, I will tell you, yeah. I may not always be like, yeah, you right, AP. But in this situation, at that time, you were right. In this, you were right. It wasn't nothing you did wrong in this scenario at all.
I think that's where I feel like I just feel like that shit was my fault. That's just what I
No,
think.
it wasn't. That scenario, you were right. He was wrong. And I told him that, and I stood on his neck about that shit. Now, did I tell him after I got the phone with you? No. Because you asked me not to tell him I knew.
Yeah, and I didn't need you to. That's the part where I felt like, all right, well, I can just, I at least let it out to her that night. So I'm going to just handle the rest on my own. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, I'm going to just handle the rest on my own. I'm not going to involve her no more because I think I probably did too much even telling you that. That's honestly how I felt.
Well, I didn't feel like it was too much. I respected that you told me. I kept it to my heart. I didn't bring it to the app. It's like I told you this, and I tell these people on this app. If I fuck with you off this app, that's it. Ain't no need for us to fight on the app. Now, we may have disagreements on the topic, but should nothing personal come back on this motherfucker when we got each other's phone numbers.
Right.
This right here should not be happening. It's cool, it's happening, but we got each other's numbers.
I'm just outdone. The dirty little secrets down here talking about a nigga can send somebody something because they bed sinking in the middle. Nigga, my bed come up to the middle of my motherfucking calf. To the top of my fucking calf. I can stand flat on the floor, put my mattress on the floor, nigga, and it comes up to my motherfucking knee. The fact that you think a nigga sleeping on something is sinking in the middle.
Hold on, Trip. Troy, Caleb, all y'all is saying that he was trying to manipulate me. He wasn't trying to manipulate me because he didn't tell me. Me and him had not talked about AP at all. So let me make that very clear. He didn't even know I knew.
Who you rolling your eyes at, Ammonia?
And I played it well. When he got on my panel, I ain't even text him and check. You know how some people be shady just to see if they'll tell? I ain't even text him and say, hey, what's going on with you? What's new with you? I purposely didn't even do that. When he came in my panel, I purposely didn't discuss shit like that.
Dirty little secret talking about two motherfucking twin size mattresses. Bitch, that's how I know your ass can't see. You must be blind too. Maybe that's why you don't post a lot, bitch. Talking about, motherfucker, I still got a queen size bed, bitch. Talking about dirt. And then you niggas talking about don't work. Motherfucker, I clock off this raggedy ass app every day at the same time to clock into my real job and get a check. While you niggas sitting around here, you better stop fucking with me, blog page or not, bitch. You can suck my nuts. Let them hang low in your face. You niggas be getting on camera trying to explain. No, that's my wallpaper. No, that's my TV you seen in the background. That's a reflection of sons of bitch. That's a reflection of this here ass. Suck my dick, boy. Give a fuck about what you talking about on this app. trying to argue with a nigga early in the morning with your scary ass behind a fake page, bitch. I've seen you from Marcus Day. Bitch, everything you saying about me incorrect. You claim I got bad skin. Niggas who know me know that ain't true. You turn around, motherfucker, claim I'm sleeping on a thin mattress. A bitch sitting up higher than your mama. Higher than the giraffe's pussy. You talking about mattress sinking in the middle. What the fuck you think I weigh, bitch? 300? I'm a smooth 190. Leave me the fuck alone, nigga. Go raise your animals or something. Go do something serious with yourself, bitch. Get your baby out the bath water. The nigga getting wrinkled. And you on this whole fucking with me early in the morning. Talking about and what you think you know. And Trip, let me tell you, I've been following you since Marcus days. Bitch, I ain't hard to find. Go look me up. You'll see then that I match what the fuck is on my page.
Trip.
Skin smoother than a baby's ass. Mattress sitting up high. And I ain't changed my bed either. Got the same bed I had when I was going live with Marcus. Bitch, now fuck with me.
My
Your
God.
scary, weird ass behind that page. I want to see you come from behind there, bitch. Post a picture of yourself.
Oh my
You and that
God.
bitch with that large forehead and that greased forehead and them small eyes. Cause I went on that bitch page too. Ain't nothing but content of other motherfuckers. No, I want some content of you, little nigga. That's what I'm looking for. Some content of you. Y'all be thinking because y'all fake pages, y'all can get away with. Bitch, I'm about as fake as y'all. I don't cut my camera on and you don't cut yours on. Only difference is I get up on the panel and go toe to toe with a bitch, but you won't. Scary motherfucker. Probably living in your grandmama's basement. Granny say no phones on before 1 o'clock. That's why your bitch ass on here typing and you ain't you ain't in the panel, bitch. Now get in the paint. Stop fucking with me. You think you can't be ate up because you a blog page. You better shut your little indiscreet ass up. The fuck? Yeah, and I knew you was a piece of shit, bitch. I had to find you. Got on there. Somebody had told me you was a blog page. That's probably why I didn't follow you. Got on there, motherfucker, only got 6 pieces of content. Bitch, take some tips from what's that nigga name? Messy TikTok News. Take some notes from TikTok Streets or Proxy. Do it right, bitch. You coming with all that half stepping. Go follow detention. Maybe they can give you some tips on how to fuck to post inappropriately and get the people upset. Cause you don't do your motherfucking job. Coming with all this elderly, discrepit ass information. You don't even have shit on there. Fuck a nigga gonna follow you for that weak ass content. You and that large headed bitch that was on here trying to get smart. Y'all need to stop it early in the morning. A nigga up here trying to moderate, trying to get these women to get along. And I ain't, unlike you scary motherfuckers, I'll be stating my opinion. T, from what you were seeing on your other page to when you came in, has a nigga switched up?
No.
Oh, AP, have I switched up?
No.
Bitch, I be the same person wherever the fuck I go. I talks my shit.
Let me
You the only
say this to
motherfucker
AP
worried
though.
hiding behind your fake page over there eating your
Let
motherfucking
me
ramen noodles.
say
You
this
better
real
stop
quick.
following me this early.
Um, in learning, just like I was saying yesterday, I'm meshing the days together. In learning relationships, it's the same as friendships, right? So it takes situations like this to test where boundaries are and where vulnerability or where distrust or where concerns come in.
Right.
So I understand you guard it. I understand. All I ask is that if I don't give you no reason to question me, don't allow what has happened to you or what other people have done to you to narrate me. Give me the opportunity to fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
to fuck up without assuming that I'm a fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when you fail, I caught you. I caught you and I ain't drop you. You know what I'm saying? So trust that that's what I'm gonna do until I don't. I'm not mad. When you left, I wasn't mad. I was hurt because I hated to see that for you and for that situation. I hated to see that side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was wrong. How he handled you was wrong. It was wrong, right? But I was gonna call you. I joked on the live today, like my brother and my sister, because I wanted to be sure that people knew I wasn't mad at you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it did hurt me to see you on live, like, and to hear what I heard, because it's like, damn, like, just give us the opportunity to talk first. And maybe I could have got off a little sooner and gave you that, right? Maybe I didn't take into consideration how you might have been feeling in that process, and maybe again you needed to get it out. So I get that too. And
Yeah, I was definitely yeah.
I ain't understand.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling okay.
Yeah, I ain't there. I ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, shut up, Juice. At the end of the day, who I show you I am off this platform, you know what I'm saying? It's you. We tough on here, but we
Yeah.
soft. We soft inside, right?
Yeah.
So if anybody
Right.
know, we know. We got to be tough and 10 toes down on this app. We know it's some fucked up people in this world, but
Right.
once we off this app and we see the genuineness in each other, understand that part. Understand that piece. Because when we off this app, we ain't on the phone gossiping about everybody.
Right.
I'll be like, AP, that bitch, woo, woo, woo. Or I ain't calling you about Chef like that bitch, that bald head bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So off this app, the genuineness that you see is the genuineness that it is. Yeah, I'm gonna talk shit about Risa. Because you and I both know that shit was fucking a mess. I'm going to hold women accountable where I do. And it's not because I'm not a woman's woman. It's because the only way we going to evolve as women is when we start looking at the shit we do and what we put ourselves in. But this, you ain't do nothing. I respect the fact that you walked the fuck away. And I told you that on the panel. You wasn't thirsty. You didn't hold on. You didn't drag it out. You walked the fuck away. You knew it wasn't healthy for you. You knew it wasn't alignment for you, and you walked away. I respect that shit. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people's want for partnership and want for love and want to be with somebody, and now I done told people and people have found out, that overpowers a woman saying, nah, nigga, you're not finna do this to me. I respected that. And had you called me the next day and be like, bitch, I start back talking to him again, I would have been like, I understand, AP.
No. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, had you.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Because I know it ain't easy. So understand, I didn't judge you one bit. I ain't judge you one bit. I know it's toxic, Juice, but I ain't gonna judge her. When she ready to go, she ready to go. Can't make her go. All I can do is be there when she fall. Now I'm gonna tell her now, AP, you keep this nigga keep doing this now. You got now, but her going back and giving him another chance, and it was the first time, I can't judge that.
The dirty little secret, bitch. You was following me up until 2 seconds ago when I blocked your musty looking ass. Go on ahead and finish all my bad.
But on the real, like me and Chef have had our disagreements off this app. Me and Juice, shit, Crown. We've all had to get to know each other and each other's boundaries and each other's, because we met virtually, right? So we still have to understand there's going to be, we got to get to know how each other handles certain things, and then be like, okay, and then we mesh it. We align it. You may say, but T, that, and I'm going to be like, okay, AP, so we going to have to move like this. On the app, this how we going to have to move, because, you know, that we don't want to, you know, our friendship is more important than, you know, we'll work at it as it goes. But this, we ain't doing this shit no more.
Agreed.
Shut up.
AP, you
I
crying?
didn't say we fell out. Yes, we had. Juice, we've had disagreements. Shut up. But again, y'all would never hear about them. Because if I fuck with you off this motherfucker, I fuck with you off this motherfucker. These motherfuckers don't need to know because they don't care.
Right.
They sitting there waiting to see this shit happen. I knew y'all wasn't gonna last. I knew this was gonna. See, I told y'all you can't be friends with people. I told that motherfuckers want that. They don't want to see real friendships in women.
Right.
They
And
don't.
that's the part that I be caring about is fuck the nigga. Like, I care about the friendships that I develop with the women. And so it does hurt when you feel like you're at odds.
But I wasn't mad at you. My heart was broken, but I wasn't mad at you. Like I said, I was on my live joking. I wasn't mad at you at all. I wasn't. I was gonna call you. I tried to because it was a lot. It was heavy. I got emotional on my panel, and I ain't want to break in or nothing. It was a lot. It's been a lot. It wasn't just you. So I tried to end it. I didn't even want to get off the app. I was trying to end it with lightening it up and jokes and silliness, and then that way, shake that shit off. And then I was gonna, give you a call and we was gonna talk. But I wasn't gonna forget about you.
With that being said, can we burn some sage now or something?
Yeah, we good. We ain't doing this. We ain't doing this shit no more.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you, if you feel that strong again, before you press that live button, say, T, I need to. The same way you did that night, you need to do it again. T, I know you said you'll call me when you get off live, but I feel sick. I'm fucked up. Please call me. And I bet you I would have called you. So if it just can't wait, fuck that. Say, T, I need to talk to you because I'm going to know this shit is real. Hold on. All right, y'all. Chef, could you take over my platform real quick? Or y'all, I got to go. Let me handle this. And I would have called you. So if it ever get to that point where you feel like I just can't hold it, I'm about to blow, say, T, I know you said you was going to call me when you get off, but I really need to talk right now. I can't. And I guarantee you I will call you. I do be busy. I do be on there. Look, I missed my grandma. Then my grandma passed away. I'm in trouble. They had a Zoom birthday party for 8 o'clock last night. I missed it.
Oh, shit. That was my
But it
fault.
don't be on, this shit don't be on purpose. It's not on purpose. So all I'm telling you here in front of all these people, we ain't doing this shit no more. Even if we don't like each other tomorrow, we ain't bringing it here. You understand?
Yep. Understood.
Because we can argue and we can fall out. But once we start bringing it to places like this, there's no room for us to be able to rebuild that shit. We ain't bringing that shit here.
Agreed.
But I understand why. But I'm telling you now, I will find you. You understand?
This nigga on her Liam Neeson, she got a special set of skills.
Yeah, I'm 4'11" and I got powers.
I said I got powers.
No, that's real. I appreciate that.
All right. And I'm going to say it again. That was wrong. What happened on that live that night was wrong. It was out of line and it was out of order. The whole thing. Nothing about it was right.
Yeah, I had to let that go. Like I was pissed about that. I'm not even gonna hold you. I was trying to let it go, but I was very pissed about it. I was very pissed about the disrespect. I felt a way. I felt as if, because I get into it with my brothers too. Like, if they had did some shit like that, we would be going at it. Like, so it had nothing to do with the fact that there was a relationship that existed. It was just a mere fact that as a man, you disrespected me, and I didn't fuck with it at all. And I saw the way, and I told him too. I said, you would have never did that shit to T or Chef. But it shouldn't.
But I ain't fucking him.
I know, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't matter though. That shouldn't matter.
I'm telling you, girl, when we start fucking people, the dynamics change.
I get it, but T, I shouldn't have to go through. Like, there's no way you would accept, if you get married one day, your husband respecting every other woman except you.
No. I get that part. But what I'm saying though is once you start fucking somebody, those dynamics change. They're not going to treat you the same as a person that ain't gonna treat Trip. Again, I had the same thing happen with it. You know this on this app. I ain't even bother bringing it because nobody's gonna see it, because only person that'll understand is a motherfucker that's fucked with you. People that's been your friend, your sis, your homie, they're not gonna experience the same you that I experienced because we had an intimate. It was intimate. And once fucking and feelings start getting involved, dynamics change. So no, he ain't gonna talk to me like that. I ain't laying up with him either. He don't have no control over what I do. We ain't trying to build no partnership. We ain't trying to grow together. We ain't trying to bond together. So he not gonna say shit about how I move when it comes to certain things because I'm not fucking you. I'm not trying to be your girlfriend. And I'm not trying to be a partner with you.
Right.
So y'all dynamic will be totally different than ours. That nigga came over here, remember? I was on live the whole time.
Right.
He couldn't say shit.
Right.
You ain't my man. Now, had that been y'all, you would have logged off because it would have been an intimate thing.
Right.
You understand? The dynamics would have been different. You would have got the fuck up off of there before he pulled up. Me? Nigga, that's my brother. Come on, sit right here. Can you fix that chair over there? Matter of fact, can you hook this microphone up too? That's what our experience was.
Right.
Y'all, you gonna log off. You gonna hug him, whatever. It's gonna be, it's a different dynamic. Do I feel that means a person should be disrespectful to you? No, I don't. But what I'm saying is we don't have a dynamic where there could be an argument.
Right.
Except for like something that happened today, or last night.
Yeah.
But that's what happened with the guy that I dated. We were friends first. And when we moved over into the dating, that's where our first arguments were and our disagreements came. And it was like, oh shit, this different.
Right.
When it switched over to the other lane, shit started changing because you ain't care about how I dressed when we was friends, but when we started liking each other, it was like, why you got that on? Like, I don't really like that. And it's like, oh, shit. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It crossed over to another level. So that's where the disagreements come in at, because now it's like, okay, wait a minute, what? So yeah, how he talked to me and Chef will be totally different than how he gonna talk to you, because his penis ain't going in my vagina.
Yeah, I think though him putting the weight of his relationship like with y'all like heavy, like it's like, all right, my dude, like I get it, That's my sister, okay, nigga, like damn, go tell her. You know what I'm saying? Like relax. So I think it was just that too, that like was just too much. It was too much. It's like, okay, Like, I get it, whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you show up in a relationship? And it was just like, it was just totally different. It was just controlling. Like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't deal with that shit. I was like, nah, this is not it. This is not the relationship I want to be in. This is not what I signed up for. This is not what I will ever sign up for. And if you gotta, you know, if we, you know what I'm saying? If you gotta respect somebody by not being in a relationship with them, you know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out. Like, this does not have to be that. Like, I'm not, you know, straining for it. And like I said, I could have not entertained it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I ain't chased behind Hulk. I don't chase behind niggas, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I should have just not entertained that shit. Like, I should have been like, you know what? You might not want to, you know, dive into this. You might not want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, I get it's different. I get it switches up as soon as things happen. So,
And like I said, there's some people that could be a good man, but not a good partner.
right.
But not a good partner.
For those of
They
y'all
love, but they're
asking,
not
like,
good for partnerships.
for those of y'all asking, I do not have feelings for that man. Like, I don't, like, the way I'm made up, I don't like y'all niggas anyways. So if y'all chew wrong, and I'm petty, but if y'all chew wrong, I'm out. I'm not, it's not, it takes it takes a lot, you know what I'm saying, for that part to be like, oh, you got my heart and you got this. That takes time. And time was not a lot of what we had. So no, I don't have lingering feelings for him. If anything, the feelings that I had was, nigga, you disrespected me and I'm about to fucking, you know what I'm saying? You know, fight mode. That was the feeling. That was the only feelings I had, was fight mode. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no, do I prefer women, Bella? No, I don't prefer women.
Now, I was going to suggest this, AP. Probably wrong timing, but I'm going to say it anyway. I was going to say, after all this, now, me personally, the man ain't my type, but if he your type, I say this here would make great makeup sex. If you did want to fuck with the man again, let me
Nah.
tell you, it sounds like it would go down. Because the amount of animosity that was brought to the app, nigga, there's some passion there.
That's what got that nigga crazy in the first place.
Yeah, man.
Everybody
Yeah,
felt
listen, I
it.
think maybe y'all need to hit it off one time, then be officially through, because there's something there.
No, because
That's what Mr. Credible was like. Now y'all gonna go in and fucking get it over with? And I was like, fuck, the cat's out the bag.
Yeah, they might as well go and get it in one last time at least, because see, that anger is there. All this anger y'all spewing on the app. Oh, fuck her, she's a bitch. Oh, that nigga said this. Listen, y'all be done knocked each other pelvises loose.
no,
It was just a thought.
I know, Sister Jen.
It was just a thought.
No, I'm good. Like, I could see it being like, I see what you saying, Trip. Like that.
Look, somebody in the comments, they talking about, I'd take AP. It's somebody looking for all that aggression. They like, I've been that bitch over backwards. We get the fuck. Stop. Y'all gotta chill.
And I hear what you're saying about that. Like, I get it. That would breed some, you know, good love making or whatever. But you gotta have that with that right person, to where you don't feel so disrespected that you feel like you've been stripped away of your humanity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go back to a person like that. There is no, I don't, that shit doesn't make me horny. Like, that shit, nah. That is the complete opposite. I want you to get far the fuck away from me. Do not return.
Just make sure you got the live off when he come over. When you hear that nigga knocking, turn everything all electronics.
No, that's why, you know, Ty did say that. She was like, I just want to make sure you safe, like, that night, because I was a little taken aback, because I was like, you know, this nigga was mad aggressive. Like, this nigga was very much like, first of all, he was standing like a Brooklyn nigga, like he was ready to fight. And he telling me, you know, when I call, you know what I'm saying, you answer the phone. We talked about this. Like, he talking to me like he's my daddy. So my thing is, like, I'm not finna square up with you, but, like, I need you to calm down. Like, you in my house, bro, where I pay this fucking mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was, I just saw the possessiveness happening, and I didn't like that shit. That does not breed me wanting to go smash you again. Like, absolutely not. If anything, I shouldn't have smashed you the first time, because this is how you act. It's the
Well,
way you act, and I'm good on that.
hey. AP, listen, if I don't know,
This is
I
not
didn't know
some
which
shit you
one it
can
was.
handle.
I knew something. It's something with the what you call it, the dopamine. You know, sex release
Yeah.
dopamine to the mind. I don't know which one of y'all had got on the drug first. Maybe it was you. Maybe it was F. I got to be careful saying them type of things. Let me stop. I I don't know who had the dopamine release the strongest, but I feel like that would be the party that would probably be most invested
Hold
in the
on.
shit stir.
For the people that saying he gets off control, and let me explain to y'all something. I ain't never dated Hope. And I ain't never like, and like I say, the women that he have dated from this app, they were more so chasing him publicly than him chasing them. So
But
no, I can't see a behavior, right, that he's not displaying to me. Not saying it don't exist. When I saw those screenshots, I said that shit. I said, "What? Who do you think you are?" I said that in the message. Who do you think you are? You messaged her back to back to back. Not only
Like,
did you do that, you called her, then you messaged her. She don't got to stop for you. I said that shit. When I saw those behaviors, I pointed that shit out.
that's exactly what I said to AP. Is that not what I said to you earlier? I said everybody brings something different out of somebody.
well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, if he, whatever he was like with those two other girls, that's something different. Cause shit, I don't know what the fuck I brought out, but it wasn't
Now
that.
I'm
What
not
the
saying they didn't.
normalcy
I'm
is.
not saying that they ain't never said it. Like like let me show.
No, don't.
They said her name.
Yes.
Like the what I saw is usually he'll be in a space and they'll come in that space. He'll be in a box, they'll come up. I
See,
hadn't seen it the other way around.
see, with me, it was when I'm saying when we were good. I'm not talking about the recent
I'm
events,
talking
but
about after the after effect.
oh, after. Oh, got you. Okay, I thought you meant the pursuit. Like, or yeah, I don't know.
Now the pursuit, I mean, I get that, you know what I'm saying? But like when shit was over, I never heard him bring the shit to the app. I never heard him, talk about the women. The women were still in the space. They were still cordial. Like, so I never saw those things.
But
Hmm.
T, do you think that that could also, and what I was saying to AP earlier, could be per person? So granted, we all have dated more
Yeah, I
than one
think
or two.
that yeah, I definitely do.
Yeah, so if
Yeah,
those, and that's another part, if those women was after him, imagine if they was after him, they dated, and then he said, hey, you know what, it's not working. You got some women that'll be like, okay, well, fuck it, I'm moving on. Other women will be like, well, why is it not working? Can you
I
take me
agree.
back? So every place
I
he go,
agree.
they popping up, they trying to get his
I
attention, and they
agree.
ain't trying to cause conflict. They on some peaceful shit because they want to get back in good graces, opposed to somebody that you may meet, you bump heads with them, and they like, oh, fuck you. You're not expecting that kind of energy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not with
I
him.
agree.
That's just not how I was with him. Like maybe, there's other exes in the past or whatever that I would maybe judge it differently and be like, you know what? Well, let's, but nah, with this one was like, nah. I try to give him the benefit of the doubt too, like, okay, I'm tripping, right? That was my thing. I was trying to reconcile at one point with him because I thought, okay, I know I can be a little bit like much. I know I can be argumentative. I can be this. Is it me? And then it was like, kept showing it was him. And I'm just like, nah, this ain't me this time because I did the way you saw me docile and I was like submissive. And you were like, I've never seen that from AP. I was doing that whole previous weekend before that issue happened. And so for me, it caught me off guard because I hadn't been argumentative with him lately. So then I was confused as to like what the fuck is going on. And then that's when I knew. I was like, nah, this ain't me, big dog. This is some issue you got going on and I'm good. So yeah, that's why it was easy for me to show him the door. Like he says he called Chef and he was done that night, but it's like, nah, I showed you the door, bro. You yelled at me in front of my kid. She was upstairs getting ready for bed, or at least getting herself ready for bed so we could just go to the gym real quick up the street. But you thought to do this in front of my child. I'm good off of that. We good. We don't got to do this because that's not what I'm breeding for her. Like, I don't want her seeing that shit. It's one thing for me to yell in the house. She's used to my voice. But hearing you yell in my house, yeah, that's something different. That can't go. That's not cool.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that, AP.
He didn't
They
give a
probably
fuck.
don't want to go back. No,
Yeah,
leave that
nah,
alone.
he didn't give a fuck about that. That's when he was like, you think I give a fuck? And that's like even further shows like why I give you the door. I'm showing you the door because you don't give a fuck. So don't give a fuck with somebody else then. I'm cool with that.
What that one little meme say? You need to leave, bitch.
Yeah, like,
no, you
know
can't be
what I'm
doing
saying?
that.
Like, not at all. No. We're not doing that. We not doing that. So
Yikes.
Yeah, like I said, that and I'm gonna be honest, like when she say that, like that's why I didn't understand. Like I mean, like I say, she was ready for the smoke. You know what I'm saying? So when she came up fighting, I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? I was not sure. Like I was not sure, and I just didn't know that we wanted it to come out, that it was gonna come out. So it was a lot. Like today, it was just like whoa, 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 whoa. By the time it hit, it was already out. You know what I'm saying? It was already there.
well,
And I'm
cause
not
yeah,
gonna
he had outed me on my own live too, like which T had to bring that out because I was still just in shock at what he did, but she was like, "Yo, he just fucking outed you," and I'm like, "God
right, he
damn!"
outed you on your live, but
I ain't
even
even
when
think
y'all was in a panel, people didn't know. Like I figured more people I figured it would have been on a blog or something. So it was
yeah,
kind of
true.
like a relief. Nobody caught it. Not many people over here caught it, right?
Right,
So you were saved in that sense because it
right,
wasn't no blog caught it, none of that shit,
right,
right? So I was like, cool, bet. Nobody caught it. I ain't gonna say shit. We gonna let this shit die.
right, yeah,
So when
right,
it came to my panel, I was like, oh fuck. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like,
Y'all, the only reason why he would meet me at my house is because the gym was closest to my house and we were working out. We were on an actual plan, like a rigorous one. Like I was working out 5 times a week and 5 days out the week. So it was easier because of where he lives to just come because I'm not going far away from the house where my kids at. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying? We was going to the gym from my house. He would meet me there and then he would have to go back to work after the gym. So y'all over here doing this whole dumb shit where, oh, he's meeting your kid and he's meeting. No, it was because it was conducive to me, the workout schedule that we had created because he was training me at the same time too. Y'all be just taking hella shit and just running with it out of fucking context. And I'm protective of my kid too. So as soon as some shit happens, I'm already right there, nip it in the fucking bed and nip it in the bud. So y'all can go somewhere with that. What I would do is obviously not things that you would do. But guess what? That's why you have agency over your body and your life. And I have agency over my body and my life. That's why you have your own. So you don't have to worry about what somebody else does with theirs, right? Perfect.
Hey, want to take this time to mention AP sells some barbecue sauce. Link in her bio.
Link on my main page, y'all. Sorry, it's not on the AP backup page because I don't really be paying attention to this one. It ain't no poor child, Nicole. My child is great. My child has a great life. So it ain't no poor child. My child ain't poor at all. Maybe your child's poor. My
Wait,
child's
AP,
not.
stop.
Nah, because Nicole want to make these fucking comments. I'ma just have
I've
to
been reading her
say
comments, but
something
I
back.
don't think
Like,
she was saying like your child is poor. She was saying like it's a shame the child would have to suffer through that.
yeah, she ain't suffering though. She understands her mom got her. If don't nobody got her, like her mom got
Nicole
her.
talking big shit. Now she talking about stop talking about that Trina girl when you're no different. Who you talking about, Nicole?
What you talking about? Trina is different. I'm not posted on no blog websites offering services at all. I don't have to put no fucking effort into shit.
And where the fuck did Trina come from
I
out of
don't have
this?
to trace. I don't have to traipse behind no man neither. I don't never have to chase no nigga. That's the main fucking difference. I don't need to put no ad no nowhere. Trina's hella different. And if you don't know that, then you need to definitely get the fuck out of my life. Cause I don't know no dumb. I can't. I can't sit at the table with no dumb bitch that'll sit there and think me and Trina are no different. Nah, bitch, you different for even saying that fuck shit out your mouth. That's who's different. You, bitch, you.
Nicole, you
Go
coming up
look
to
up.
stand on business? You've been talking in the
Go look up
comments.
and see if my name is on any escort websites. You got me fucked up. We could never be the fucking same. Clock that shit.
No, now Nicole ain't saying nothing. I see no difference. Why you
She
don't come up
will.
though, Nicole? You got 38,000 followers.
Nicole ain't gonna stop. She gonna keep going. I'm telling you right now, Nicole
Nah, I
will
know.
go
She
to
be
start.
going. She from T Live.
She ain't well. She
I
from
thought
my
she.
life,
I
but
thought she
Nicole
was your
in the
people.
street.
Oh, she in the street. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I don't.
Nicole in
I've
the street.
never.
She go to lower live.
Oh,
Nicole
see, I
very
don't be over
vocal. She
there.
very vocal.
Oh, okay. I thought I only know her from yours. I thought she.
Look at it, little religious down there. Little take me to the King Grease head down there. Talking, I agree with Nicole. Nigga, I bet you do agree with Nicole. Give her some head service. I bet you do agree
And
with
she just so
Nicole.
cute. You wouldn't even think she got the Nicole could fight like that. Nicole could
I ain't talking
fight
about
though.
Nicole. I'm talking about
Oh,
that
the
whole
other
take
one.
me to the king with the
No, I'm
large
talking about
forehead and the close
Nicole. I said
Oh,
eyes.
she's so cute.
Nicole.
You wouldn't think she could fight. Nicole know how to fight and she cute.
She
And then she got a little
is.
voice.
She
Mm.
is. She is. But shit, Nicole, you got to twist it, baby girl. Don't try to.
Bullying. And you used to follow me up until a few moments ago when I blocked your large headed ass with no content but other people. Now you talking about bullying. You sure was enjoying that bullying up until a few minutes ago. You and that little filthy, funky ass secret. Was both of you niggas was following me. But now y'all got so much to say, oh, she doesn't have a good bed. That's how I know you niggas don't know me. She doesn't have a job. I clock off this bitch every day at the same time. You two motherfuckers be quiet, go somewhere and fuck on each other. Come up with you, both of you two niggas. What Roland Ray say? Two broken links. You niggas a weak connection. Go on somewhere and stop playing.
Nicole, see, that's the thing, Nicole. I do look in the mirror. I think a lot of people do look in the mirror. I think that it doesn't have to be said. Thank you, Miss Button. I think that it doesn't need to be said that before you even, but after you make have a misjudgment or you make a mistake, the first human thing to do, you know what's really human for most people to do? Most people, okay, not every single person. Most people are typically going to internally blame themselves, like in their minds. That's why there's so much. Why do you think there's so much depression and anxiety and shit out here, mental trauma?
AP, let me ask you something real quick. This girl take me to the king say she thinks I'm a bully. She thinks I'm disrespectful and I'm rude. I told her I blocked her and she told me she got 5 more pages. This is mental health right here. If a
Right.
motherfucker say, if you think I'm a bully, that's clearly not something you align with. And I tell you I've blocked you so that we don't have to communicate anymore. Why in the hell would you be telling me you got 5 more pages to follow me? Nigga, that is sick. If you don't agree with the way that I'm behaving, why would you be going on one of your other 5 pages to follow me? I say, I didn't block you. Yeah, I got 5 more pages. But you just called me a bully. So what the fuck you coming to watch me for again? That is mental health.
What, Juice? What's please AP? What you mean?
Right. Talking about shit, bitch, that's stalking. What is wrong with you? To be honest, blocking is childish. No, it's serious. If I don't agree with you, you don't agree with me. We don't
I
have the
knew
same
Nicole. I knew
ideologies. We don't
Nicole
get
was gonna
along.
jump in the
Why
She
are
box.
you
asked
following me?
up. Juice, what's wrong? What? She asked up. She said, "Can I
Yeah,
come
you
in?"
know, I don't mind coming up and saying exactly what I was saying in the comments.
I mean, you
So
didn't
that,
have to. I already responded to you.
and that's fine, AP. But this is my thing. We all saw the live in 4K yesterday. If you don't see anything wrong with your actions and how you handled yourself, whether you admit it on this app or
Did I
not,
just address? Okay, hold on. Let's pause that right there. Tea time. Did I address on your platform that I was wrong, and did I apologize to you for bringing it to your platform?
Yeah, you did.
Did I apologize to you just again in this live?
Yeah, you did.
So Nicole, what the fuck is you talking about?
ma'am, I didn't stay up to 2 and 3 in the morning, so maybe I missed all that. However,
What?
however,
What you miss? You here?
No, I just came here. I just woke up for work and y'all were live
You
again.
just said you was in the live last night in 4K. So what you talking about? You said you was there.
AP, I didn't see no accountability really. You were apologizing because you were embarrassed. You were not apologizing
Bitch,
really for.
I already said I told. Listen. Oh my god,
And
y'all
don't
gotta
call me out my name because I didn't
hold
go there
on.
with you.
Hold on. You doing enough right now comparing me to Trinovich. That's the same thing. So here's my thing. Just because you telling somebody that they're embarrassed doesn't make it so for them. That's your reality for somebody else, but that doesn't mean that that's my fucking reality. Nicole, I already told your ass in that live, I'm not embarrassed. I'm really not. The embarrassment is what you saw when a motherfucker came in my live disrespecting my live stream. I'm not. Now, I don't know if you want to spend time harping on trying to make an embarrassment in a thing, or you want me to just say that so you can just leave me the fuck alone. Whatever you need, baby. But I'm telling you, I'm not embarrassed. Listen, I know that this is on me. I already get that. I'm full and well. I know I'm argumentative. I know that I cuss people out, and I know I do wrong. I don't make right decisions all the fucking time. But to be embarrassed is to say that I'm not fucking human. And I am human. Shit, everybody think I'm so fucking strong. It feels good to just say I'm not for a fucking day. So I'm definitely not fucking embarrassed, Nicole. Now, you might be fucking embarrassed and maybe you're fucking projecting on some shit you would probably feel like if you were me. But bitch, I don't feel that way. So, I mean, you want to come again or you want to make another point about something else we can talk about? Because I'm not going to keep it going back and forth with you about some shit that I know is not true. So, go off,
That's
sis.
fine,
What
AP, but
else?
don't keep muting me while I'm talking
Well,
either.
no, because we're going to stop at each point where you got me fucked up. And I'm going to do that because it's my live. But go ahead to the next point, Nicole.
That's fine. That don't do nothing for me. Anyways,
I mean, this shit don't do nothing for me either, but it's obviously something to soothe you
ma'am, you are the
because you just
one.
got us.
You
So
are the
let's
one
go.
who met a man in 2 months and brought them
Mm-hmm.
to your home, and you are
Mm-hmm.
a mother.
Mm-hmm.
And the
I
reason I say
am.
you're no different than that
I'm a
other
woman
girl, because
first,
you over
baby.
here speak,
I'm a
you're
woman
over here
first.
speaking on somebody else's issues when you got this going on in the background. You
Whose
have no
issues?
room to talk.
Whose issues am I
Were
talking
you
on?
not speaking on that other lady, Trina?
Yeah, that's a whole other issue. What you mean?
How is it a whole other issue, AP, when you're doing the
Trina
same in
bringing
the
somebody to the
background?
house. No,
Like,
I'm serious. When was Trina bringing anybody to her house?
It's not even a point. They were hovering on her meeting somebody and she has a child. And what's the difference? You have a child and you bringing random men to your house.
no, I'm not. We talked about one fucking man and you talking about random men, plural? You got me
Girl,
fucked
two
up
months.
again.
2 months. You don't know that man in no 2 months.
2
Come on, be
months.
for
We
real.
only met to go to the fucking gym, Nicole. Like,
And
what the
that's
fuck?
why you couldn't meet at the gym, AP.
Because I didn't want to fucking meet at the gym because taking 2 fucking cars on the
Excuses.
route. You don't know
So
where the fuck
your
bitch,
child was
how
not a
you hold
huge
on. First of
concern.
all, hold on,
Clearly.
let's do this because I'm gonna.
Clearly.
So listen, Miss Mighty Nicole, Miss Born Again Nicole, you know what I'm saying? Latter Day Saints fucking Nicole. I do what the fuck I want to do with the property that I own over here, right? No, it's not explaining to herself, myself, Simone, but she wants to have this conversation. I'm a fucking entertain it. It's my decision, and if I deemed it okay for that to happen, I'm 35. I'll be 36 next month, actually. I think I've made it successfully so far without you. I think I'm gonna be okay. I got one property under my belt, right? Big ass yard, front and the back. Car that drives in the driveway, a fucking garage. I don't know if you know about that. You might. You might. You know what I'm saying? My kid is bathed regularly. I help her with her homework. I'm involved with her school events. We had a great parent teacher conference just the other week. I'm a part owner of a barbecue sauce company, okay? Right? I work in finance. I do pretty well for myself, and I did this all by myself out here. I don't got no immediate family or friends around. So I think at this point in my life, even the mistakes I make, I will still be okay on the other end. So far, I've been doing it without your fucking advice or anything you got to fucking say. 2 months, 1 month, red fish, blue fish, bitch. It don't fucking matter. I'ma still make my way out successfully. I will be okay. Now, is there anything else that you have a problem with as far as the way that I run my life? Would you like to see?
AP,
Would
that
you
was
like to
not it.
see? Would you like to
It's
see
funny
what
that you
brand of?
just want to be
Would you like to
dense.
know what brand of pads I get from the grocery
You
store
want to act slow
to
up
see
here.
if that's
I see
okay?
that now.
Would
You
you
can
like
play that with
to
other
know
people,
what
but you're not
facial
going to run
products?
that on me, ma'am. I'm very
Huh?
smart.
Are you?
And you ain't saying nothing, girl. I've been
Oh,
doing
I'm
all
not.
that since I was 23. That
Oh,
is not a
wow.
flex. You are a grown adult.
So Nicole, you report my live? Now you got to get blocked, bitch.
She reporting.
Yeah. So sad that she got to report somebody. See, I was gonna let you rock, Nicole. I was gonna just go back and forth with your silly ass. But now you gotta get blocked. That's crazy. How you would do that? How you would come to somebody's platform and do that shit?
So I was a little confused when she said it was a Trina situation because my thing was,
How do I know she reported? Because her name just popped up across saying violation by Nicole.
oh hell,
That's how I know she
hell.
did fucking report my shit. It just came up, and I've never seen no report like that come up.
Good
I don't
morning.
know how you could be that upset about how somebody else is a woman on this earth. Like, I don't even understand that shit.
How is it a comparison though? Is what I'm asking because
Katrina?
Trina has never brought anybody to her home or that we know of that's been discussed on social media. So what is the comparison? Because they're saying AP brought this man here. There's never been talk, and I don't even like Trina, but there's never been talk of Trina bringing anybody to the house.
I think good morning, AP. Thank you for having
Trip
me
was talking.
up.
Hold on, wait, 1 sec. Trip was talking. Hold on.
Yeah, I just want to know where is the comparison because as much as I don't like Trina, I've never heard of Trina bringing anybody to the house. And as much as I rock with AP, they're trying to say that AP brought this man to the house without knowing him well. So I'm still trying to figure out where is the comparison.
Okay, so I think I hear what's going on. Good morning. Thank you for having me up. As far as what Nicole, I feel Nicole is saying is it's not exactly what now I don't know the whole story about Trina, but I have heard bits and pieces about Trina everywhere. So a lot of times people on this app have a lot of concerns. They are judging other women. We all are women. We've all have different stories, but yet we understand a lot of things that we do, a lot of decisions that we make most of the time, right? So I think what Nicole is saying, despite what Trina has done and despite what AP has done, neither one can talk about each other. That's what she's saying. No one has room
Actually,
to
that be
talk
the
and complain
But
about
that
what each
actually
other
be
is
the
doing.
message. Actually, that be the message across the board because as soon as one person judges another, that's when that shit starts. And then other people want to come in on that. And then other people want to say, well, you ain't got no business to judge. I think the point with Trina has been that Trina's gone in on everybody else and had smoke for everybody else and the way that they operate on this app. But Trina, though, don't have the same regard for the people she rolls with. She don't police other people that she respects, quote unquote, on the app the same way or even herself. So while she's calling other people homophobic and transphobic, there's been plenty of times where Trina has said homophobic shit on the app. And I think as a community on TikTok, I think that's what everybody's point is, that everybody does the same shit. It's not about pointing out just what Trina does and making her feel like a bad person. It's saying, Trina, you're no different than this person. Trina, you're no different than this person. You're no different than actually anybody else on the app because we all fucking participate in dragging one another. We all participate in calling each other out. We all fucking do it to each other. And so when one person feels like, oh, well, I just don't understand. Like, that's why Trina got the energy she got. That's what I'm saying.
But
Everybody's
I think
always
at
under
this
the
at
same
this point though, it's like
understanding.
a waste of time, a waste of breath, right?
I mean, is it? You can only determine that. I don't think the words that I say is a waste of breath. I think that my voice is very important. I think a lot of women's voices are very important on the app. If you feel like they are waste of breath or waste of time, then
But
you
I'm
tell
saying
those.
like dragging each other. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Like
dragging
dragging each
one
other.
another? I
Yeah.
mean, it just depends though, because people are gonna respond. Tea Time already said, yo, you fuck with me, I'ma fuck back with you. Trip already said, yo, you fuck with me, I'ma fuck back with you. I've said that plenty of times. You fuck with me, I'ma fuck back with you. So when are you gonna stop the dragging for real, Queen? Like, when are you gonna stop it?
Well, I've been dragged and I haven't fucked with nobody.
Oh,
So
Queen.
it's a fact. It's a fact.
Queen.
No, it's a fact.
Can I just
Queen.
say one thing?
Go ahead,
Can I just say
Marcel.
one thing? All I want to say is, y'all, we need to protect the lives. So y'all drop colors and food in the chat. Colors
Thank
and
you.
food in the chat to protect the live, guys. That's all I want to say, ladies. That's all I want to say. I'm
Thank
dropping
you.
back down.
If the mods, I'm sorry, I didn't know. They said that it was Nicole that got reported. So if y'all could go through and unblock her, I thought the message across my screen said violation, and it said by Nicole. I didn't know it was Nicole that got actually violated. My bad. I'll let her come back up if she want to come back up and talk
But I
to us.
did have a question for Tea Time for clarity. T.
Yes.
Oh, I know he's sleepy. You probably still in the bed. So when it
No,
comes to
I'm up. I'm just
accountability, so
scared
what
right
I
now.
heard based on what AP said, she took accountability, but at the same time, it made me think about Risa Tisa when she took accountability. So what's the difference? I mean, just because you take accountability, does that make it right, or does it help the situation once the situation's done? Once you've done something, I mean, what I'm trying to see where you're
Which
like
part?
where you're at with that.
Which part with me and her friendship?
No. When you said that she apologized, no. When you said she apologized for, the stuff that happened on your panel.
So the difference is at the point she stopped blaming. She didn't blame me, and she just explained that she projected how she thought I would react versus how I actually acted. So she didn't say, "Well, T, you were doing this, and that." She said, "I felt like I couldn't come to you because of this, and that." So she owned it. Now moving forward, we have to see if if we will then move in that area, right? But it happened like yesterday, so
Right.
it didn't happen for a year straight, and then she's still blaming me for why it happened.
Okay. So that means that I think as a whole, though, I think Nicole is referring to everything: the screaming, the name calling, the bringing the child to. You know what I'm saying? I
Right?
think
She
there's
said right,
more.
like
Right.
the
All
part
of
that
it.
all that stuff. I ain't like what I'm talking about in this instance is the fact that I felt like it shouldn't have happened on my platform, right?
Gotcha.
So the other stuff I didn't even go into. Like,
Okay, I didn't see where because I was like, okay, I heard you, say, she took accountability, but we also said that,
yeah, I
uh,
never discussed their relationship because I
yeah,
don't know the
okay, I see
dynamics.
what I see,
Yeah, I
I
don't know the
see,
dynamics of her and Hulk's relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? All I know is that night for that incident that the straw that broke the camel's back, she wasn't wrong for that.
right.
Right? So there was nothing for her to be accountable for in that sense. Because after that happened, she removed herself
Hey,
from the
Cynthia.
situation. Right?
Okay,
So what happened
right.
prior to that, I don't even know. Me and her ain't talked about like all the things that happened the 2 months that they've been fucking around.
Hmm.
We ain't never had that conversation. Um,
Okay. Well, I
so
understand. Listen, we've all been in a situation where we've made not the smartest choices. But
right.
what I would like to ask you,
Mhm.
AP, though, at your age, with all of the things that you've done, all the things you
My
accomplished,
bad.
it's a lot of times when we date, like when you're dating, it's like at one point it's everybody sounds like they got it all together, like especially on this app, what they will or won't do.
Mhm.
They've learned from past relationships. So I think I have two questions. Like, how did you drop the ball when you decided to date this guy, and what did you learn from all the things that you've been through prior? Like, how did you get back here? Like, you know what I mean?
What do you
Especially
mean back
when
where? Back
to
where?
like this decision making of who you decided to date, because he was clearly disrespectful to you. Like, I mean, he
Well,
was
he
like calling
wasn't.
you bees.
Yeah,
You
after the fact,
slept
but
with him. You understand what I'm saying?
he wasn't like that in the beginning with me. He
Right. I
wasn't.
know most men aren't, but
Okay, so what are we talking about then?
right. So where did, like, you didn't see any signs? Because usually,
No, not until I saw the signs, and then I dealt with it and handled it the way I did. It's just as simple as that. Right, set it off. He wasn't until he was. That's it. That's like if your dude switches
The
up
part
on
that
you,
the
your dude
the part
switches
that
up
I
on
re-
you tomorrow. You know what I'm
the,
saying? He just decided to smack you. What are you
right.
gonna
So,
do at
Jewel, the
that
part
point?
that I respect is they removed themselves before it got too deep. Right. So
physically.
that's what dating is, trial and error. It's
Right.
the dragging it is where we got to be accountable. Like, okay, at what point? Now, if AP would have been like every time, now, yeah, he interrupted my live. Now, 2 weeks later, she on live and he do that shit again. And then a month later, she on live and he do that. That's just a pattern. Like, what's the girl name? Um, the girl that be on here. What's the girl name that do the wigs? Her and her boyfriend.
I don't know. See.
Oh no, I don't know.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
DK.
He came,
Oh, okay.
right? Her and her boyfriend, they fight on live every other week. You
Mm,
know, and
right.
it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse publicly.
Yeah. If
So
any.
that's different.
Mhm.
Then it's like, okay, at what point you gonna see your worth, you gonna see your value, you gonna see this toxic, right? This situation here, AP recognized, nope, this ain't right. This not what I want. This went too far. I'm removing myself from the situation. That's the respect that I have because a lot of women won't do that.
And
They will
I
want
wasn't
to
always
keep
like that.
going. Oh,
I
I
didn't
wasn't
always used
either.
to put my foot down. That's if you want to talk about if we're gradually improving, if that's what you're trying to measure, I didn't used to always do that. It used to be just keep on with the toxicity year after year after year.
So then
So,
that would be growth on her end, right? But
Right.
the next level that she would have to grow in is maybe the public aspect. Like when you the thing about it is when you virtually doing shit, this the tough part, right?
it is.
And
It is.
the tough part is now if I even have to be in the same space as you, how do I conduct myself without showing my hand?
Right.
Because usually, you think about it, if in the real world, if we break up with somebody, we don't always have to necessarily see them, right? You
Right.
might run into them at a bar. You might run into them like, you know what I'm saying? But you're not necessarily like in a space like this. We guarantee because we occupy the same spaces to run into each other. So now I'm gonna have to remove my whole self from around this. Like it's harder in the virtual space. In the
Yeah.
real world, I could just be like, you know what, I'm just not gonna go over there. You know, sis, come over my career. You know what I'm saying, or
Yeah.
whatever, whatever. So in this situation, I do think, yeah, it's gonna take more practice for her in the public aspect of it, or knowing the fact I dodged the bullet. So nigga, I could sit in the panel with you and not even address you because
Right.
I know I dodged this, right? I could sit in the panel with you and know I ain't even gotta throw a jab at you because you lost access to me, period. And that has more power to me even saying, acknowledging you being there. She'll get to that point at some point, right? So the first point was her removing herself. That part right there, I think, was admirable because a lot of women won't because
True.
they want the relationship, they want the part, and that's what we've been talking about. You know,
But
Jewel.
what about emotionally? Because yesterday was high emotions. That was a lot of
Yeah.
high emotions. So was it? Oh, you removed? Is it safe to say that you removed yourself? But I know it takes time. Within 2 months for some, though, it don't take any time. But 2 months, and everything you've seen. Would you say what was the emotional part? aspect of it? Because that was high emotions. That was
Because that's exactly how we would argue behind closed doors. So what
okay.
y'all were seeing is what I experienced behind closed doors.
Oh wow. Okay.
When we would argue, and that's why I had to put an end to it. So my thing is like, I hated that y'all had to see that and that it had to happen out on T's panel, but like the way that y'all heard him say shut the fuck up is the way he would say shut the fuck up to me on the phone when we would
Okay.
argue back and forth. The way y'all would hear him, and I get it, like he's got, you know, a whole panel, he's got like this panel etiquette that y'all don't see, but then behind closed doors it's different. And I think it conflicts because that energy is still there. It's just now that he has to try to not get triggered when he even sees me come in there. So don't think that he's not triggered. He is, because I didn't give him a chance to say any last words to me because I blocked him, and he knew I blocked him.
Oh, he was definitely triggered.
And so I
Yeah.
didn't give him those opportunities to get any last words in with me. I just said, you got me fucked up. I'll never fuck with you again behind this. It was that was embarrassing. I don't respect you. And then I blocked him right after that because I didn't want to hear a response from him. And so I'm sure he got the memo that he was blocked. So, but I thought I could still manage it without involving T because of how bad it got. I didn't want to bring T into it at all, because it was, just think of how much drama comes on T's platform, period. Like, it would just be day in, day out. And I didn't think that I could insert this on top of all of that. And so I didn't ask her, which I should have asked her for help, because she could have probably gave me good advice on how to handle the shit. But I didn't ask her for help because I thought I could just manage it myself. Manage, if he says some indirect shit, I'm just going to try to ignore it. I'm going to try to ignore it. I'm going to try to ignore it. Oh, you trying to be funny. I'm not fucking ignoring it. You know what I'm saying? So that's that part where I just needed that, you know, that help with that. So that's just the one thing that I had to work on, is that, it was something that was a virtual relationship. But I mean, he lives here. He's not too far away. Like, I could run into him anytime out here. So he lives where I live. But, you know, it's just different because we know the same people. And so when we're in these same spaces, we got to figure out how to manage that without trying to throw digs or making it seem like we throwing digs at each other or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that is. Because when we talk about relationships, that's the easiest segue to try and take digs at somebody. It is. It is. Because people are always bringing, what do people always do? Queen, you monologuing a lot. There was one time where my sister and da-da-da, like, everybody's going to do that. And so when it hits, when somebody's like, oh yeah, I just got done talking to a bitch, that, I'm not saying he did this. I'm just saying, like, that's what breeds that. And that's where that comes, that maturity has to come in to ignore it. It's not, you know, it's not easy.
Set it off.
I get what she's saying, but I do have one question. So when she was like, okay, how long was you around him? You know, do you now looking back think that was a good idea? But then when she says, well, have you learned your lesson moving forward? What will you do? I feel like that, and I'm not trying to be funny, Queen, but I feel like that's sometimes when a motherfucker overstepping boundaries. So granted, she didn't say, hey, TikTok, can y'all help me with this situation? She was on Tea Tyme page. She thought that a nigga she had been fucking with was calling her out. She addressed him. Now, granted, after people hear, well, hold on, he was at your house, you know, blah, 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 they're going to ask questions. But when we go as far as saying, now, what have you learned from this? Now, what will you be doing different? Ain't that nigga on here, her mama, and like, to keep it a buck, half of us probably don't even stay in her state. So if she didn't learn a fuck thing, what is that going to do for us?
Right.
Okay, I disagree, but let me just say this.
No, go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. I'm listening.
Let me say this. We're on this app always talking a lot of stuff. So I'm bringing a teaching method for others. People are dating people on this app, and it doesn't look very successful. People are dating men on this app, and they're doing very disrespectful things to our sisters in the community. So why not give a young lady or someone out here, because it looks like there are many who are looking for love. They're looking for that that it factor even on this app. But it doesn't look very healthy dealing with these men on this app.
It
So for
doesn't have
me,
to
I'm
do with the
asking.
app. Y'all are so
Let her finish though, AP,
distracted.
so
Yeah,
we
so
can hear.
all I'm asking is, can she provide anything to help the audience? Since we drag, we call names, we have our opinions about other people. I mean, it goes on and on. All I'm asking is there anything that we've learned from
I don't
this?
think.
So,
But you didn't say that
Hold
I
though,
on,
would
Queen.
provide
y'all.
that if it
Let me
was
say this real
me.
quick.
I would
I
That's
think
provide
not
that
what
that.
you said though,
information.
Hold on,
Queen.
wait.
What you said, hold
Hold
on,
on,
T. What
Trip.
you said though, Queen, was you said, AP, what have you learned? What will you be doing different? You didn't say what have we learned? What can we take away from this? You
I
said what have
can't
you
say what
learned?
I've learned because I'm not in that particular situation. This is
Right, so
a
that's what I'm saying.
recent.
You said, what have we, when you just repeated it back to me, you said, what have we learned? But when you said it originally on the panel, you said, so AP, what have
Right.
you
I
learned
asked
from
her,
it? What
what
will
did
you take?
she learn
Can I
from
say
So
it?
something
let
real
me,
quick?
Queen, let me
Yeah, what's
finish.
wrong
Can I
with
I'm
that
trying
wait?
to ask you.
question?
Trip,
I'm
hold
not,
on.
you're not
Hold on,
letting
hold on.
anybody finish, so I can't tell
Oh,
you.
I
Hold on,
thought.
I'm
Trip.
not,
Okay, I'm
Let me.
sorry.
Hold on, Trip, real quick. I said this on my panel when AP was in the box and people was throwing shots in the comments, and people were saying things like, "That's what happened with me and on this app," or "That's why we don't have everybody in our space." That's dating, right? There's no time frame in how long a person gonna show you. The point of it all is once she saw, she removed herself. That's the point in dating. We don't know until we know. So once we know and we continue, like, okay, cool. I dated you. I got to know you. You know what? There's some things I didn't like. I'm gonna move around. We can't predict it. There isn't any prevention for these type of things. You don't know until you know. Like we could meet a person and we may not find out till 6 months later. The part that I've been saying even about Risa Tisa, once we know, what do we do with the information we have? Once we know you a liar, you a cheater, you a beater, you ain't shit, what do we do then?
Right.
And if you say, you know what, I know he ain't shit, but maybe I could change his mind, that's when you that's when you partake in the fuckery. Because you know this person is not shit, but your feelings for one more, your hope for something different overpowers what you already see in front of your face. That's where I say, nah, you got to eat your part in this. Here, she was like, nah, I'm good. Now, in my panel, her part was she jumped up after him. Could she had not jumped in the panel? Absolutely. Could she have said, fuck that, I'm not going to entertain this nigga, I dodged the bullet. He can be in his feelings all he want to?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's where they both played a part there. But prior, that situation with them and the relationship aspect, she did what she needed to do when she saw what she needed to see. That's where we got to give her flowers in that instance because many women won't.
I agree with what you're saying, T. My only thing was on this app, people be real big on holding a motherfucker accountable. They want to see somebody openly admit and continuously admit they made a bad decision. I don't know what part of the live Queen Jules had came in on, but she asked.
Oh no, that's not my
But here,
intent,
I
Queen,
don't
honey.
think
I
That's
there was
understand.
a
not.
bad decision
Hold on,
made,
can
and
I
that's the
finish
part.
though? Because I
Yeah,
was in
go
the
ahead.
process of trying to say what
I'm
I'm
sorry.
saying.
Okay, my.
Queen, and I wasn't trying to jab at you. I was trying to get an understanding. That's why I told AP, let you finish. When you said, well, AP, moving forward from here, what will you be doing different? And I said, up until then, I didn't necessarily agree with your questions because I like AP. But I feel like if I was not emotionally invested, if I didn't have a side that I geared towards, I think you asked very logical questions. You said, hey, you know, you have a child. Did you think that was okay? But when you got to the part and you said, well, now, what will you be doing different? And it's like, well, when she found out what he did, she did move different. She left. But you're saying, what would she be doing different? What has she learned from this? And that part just kind of took me to TikTok trying to parent a motherfucker because what she did or didn't learn wouldn't necessarily be a TikTok issue. She didn't come to TikTok and ask niggas for assistance on this one. She came on TikTok and tried to
Y'all be confusing the hell out of me.
I think the lesson, okay, I think what Tripp is saying is this, and this is the thing. What could be done different? In this aspect, nothing. She did what she was supposed to do. Now, maybe not go up in the panel with him, yeah.
Not like she said, she did say maybe not go up and entertain him in the public, not jump up in the panel, ignore him, or log off the app. But as far as their relationship dynamic, nothing. Once she saw what she needed to see, she left. That's what we want women to do. We want women to, before it get too late and too deep, or even men, right? Before it get too late and too deep, when you realize you're in alignment with a motherfucker, remove yourself. Waste less time as possible. So in this instance, I don't think she could have done anything different in dating him. I don't think there's an answer for that.
I mean, if y'all trying, I think what y'all want to know is like the details of, was he intentional? What things did he say he was intentional? He was very intentional with me. He was very intentional and talked about long-term relationship, this next step, and, planning this, that, and the third. We definitely talked about specifics, and we talked about the intentionality of a relationship, right? So I don't think there's anything different. I think keep it intentional when you're intentionally dating out here. Let people know, you know what I'm saying, what your intentions are, and he let his intentions be known. Just the execution part as a partner that does not mesh well with what I need or I want. And so we went separate ways.
I would say this before I drop down, if you allow me, please, AP. I think there's so many women on this app with so many different experiences and backgrounds. So when the younger ones and are on the app and everybody's holding a discussion, you're gonna get different viewpoints, and not everyone gonna agree. About everyone's viewpoint on life and how they approach, and how they give advice. They just not going to do it right. But I think sometimes we have to look at what's going on. This is me, and this I'm standing 10 toes down. How people are living their life currently. People can talk all day long, but you have to look at the conclusion. What's going on in their life, what they're doing, how they live, how they talk, how they move on the app, how their children are doing. All of that play a role in a person's life. For the most part, not all the time. This is not 99%, but at the most part, you have to really look at who's walking the walk and providing you with information. I don't think all the time everyone is providing the ones who want to be led or needs to learn with proper information, wholesome information that will help them grow, help them really to see things. Because I think a lot of times on this app, and this is just me, people like to see people doing the wrong things to keep the drama going, to keep the low spirits, the low vibrations. This is just me. You understand what I'm saying? But I will always be sincere and genuine when I'm talking to people. That's me. I have no reason not to be. But I'm gonna drop down. AP, I wish you well, and I'm glad that you got out of that. And that's all I'm gonna say. So thank you for having me up. Okay, and let's see you guys around.
Well, can I
I'll
ask
be in the
you a
comment
question?
section. I have to make some
Wait,
calls.
wait. I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
What do you think she could have done different?
Okay, so yesterday when I heard her say she asked him if she liked her, right? I think to me that there was something. I'm not going to say it has nothing to do with me, right? I'm not going to put myself in it, but I just think that was just not a good move for a young lady, especially with meeting somebody on this app, just kind of being cautious. I think that you should allow a man to lead. For the most part, this is my opinion. I hear all the men on this app say, why can't a woman propose? Why can't a woman ask a man on a date? And why this and why that, right? And I hear it all the time. But I think that she didn't allow, in 2 months, she didn't allow the relationship to organically develop from a perspective of a man actually, showing interest in her versus her, asking if he liked her. I think that was the
She had,
number one mistake.
So
so what she said was he was pursuing her and he was doing things to the point where she was like, do you like me? Like, because the actions that he was giving made her wonder, was it something that he wanted? You like,
Well,
he was
not
already
even just
doing
that.
those things.
So the conversation we were having, because I remember I was in my kitchen and we were just talking on the phone, and he kept complimenting me, and he was like, you know, you're smart, and you know, all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, are we talking about photography, or are we talking about, like, I don't know where we're going with the direction of this convo. So I just let him talk. And so he was like, yeah, you know, I'll rocks with you or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? And I just felt like, okay, so are you trying to say, and I'm trying to help him because he keeps going around about instead of just being direct. And I said, are you saying you like me, Hulk? Now, this wasn't me proactively, like out of the blue, like, do you like me? No, it was because of the way he was guiding the conversation. And he wasn't being direct, so I was helping him out. And I'm just trying to get to the point of, do you like me? He was like, yeah, AP, that's what I'm trying to say is I like you. Okay, well, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the beginning. So I don't know what different thing I would do. I was just clarifying it so I knew what this was about. Like, you know what I'm
I
saying? That's
I hear you and I understand. I mean, people, from different areas, everyone, see things differently. You know what I mean? I would just say that, when you meet a nice guy, he's supposed to be nice. If you get a compliment, you should be expecting one. Men going to compliment you. You're beautiful, right? You're a nice person. They're going to smile at you. They're going to do things, but not all guys that do that deserve that extra attention. Most guys, when they're around a beautiful woman, they're going to say, you're beautiful. You're nice. They're going to do gestures, it's kindness, bring you something. I mean,
and he was doing that. He said
right,
it
that's what
plenty
I'm
of
saying.
time.
But guess
He said
what?
it
Listen,
plenty of
well, give
time
me
on
1 second,
lives.
AP, please. So say for instance, you're dating 3 guys. So say let's say there's a guy at work, there's a guy, a neighbor, and then there's a guy you're dating, and they're all like being polite. Hey, AP, how you doing? You look nice today. That is normal behavior. I find that people find that if a man is like nice, it's taken like, oh, it's almost like and I'm not saying this to you though, AP, but I'm gonna give an example. This is the best way I can do it. It's like they've never been around a nice guy before. So the moment a guy is nice, it's like, oh, for instance, you like me. Guys are nice. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's almost, guys can be nice. It's easy. I mean, it's a lot of nice guys out here, but does that mean
Okay.
that's the nice guys to take to the next level? So I guess that's the point that I'm making. You meet a lot of nice guys, but should you take every nice guy to the next level? You understand what I'm
No.
saying?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's all I'm
So
saying.
can I ask you something,
Okay.
Queen? So
Yes.
I get what you're saying, and then you had mentioned something about age, and I would have to agree with you. I think that age and where you from and how you was raised, because you got some people that may be your age and from your city and state, but they don't think like you think. So how you was raised, where you was raised, and yes, unfortunately, age groups do play a difference. So in your age group, I'm not saying, I don't know how old you are specifically, but I know you're a little older than myself and AP. And what I will say is, maybe in that generation, no, it was not okay to ask a man, "Are you interested?" But y'all be like, not y'all, you in general. I'm speaking in
I
general.
understand. I'm not
People,
sensitive to
yeah,
that. Yeah. Go
people will
ahead.
say things like, women shouldn't chase men. And unfortunately, a lot of you hoes be missing out on your husbands because you scared to ask a nigga, hold on, you like me? You interested? I don't think she went down the wrong path by asking a man if he was interested. I think as old as this man is, over AP, it would have been okay for him to come straight out and say, she shouldn't have had to say, do you like me because of my photography, or you like me like me? I feel like that unfortunately was a sign right then and there that man was a little immature, because an adult man, a straightforward man, a mature man at any age wouldn't leave you questioning how he felt. He would be direct about it. So I don't think she was wrong for asking, but I think in the future that would be a sign that, hey, maybe this man is not as mature or as he should be, or as I think he is, because if if I have to ask him, if he's not willing to come straight forth and say, I like you, let me take you on a date, let me pull up on you, whatever his love language is of expressing I'm interested, I don't think she was wrong for asking, but I do think that that was a sign of his immaturity when she had to ask.
I can understand that. Hey, Black Essence. Black Essence, are you there?
Sorry, I had to take your phone off mute. But I feel like with women, we kind of like with, especially in our community, I'm talking about our color, like we be trying to like throw each other down so bad. I was in here last night in the chat, and I was just sitting back watching. It seemed like nobody blamed him. And then you just said Miss Tripp just said that he's older than her.
He's not that much older, y'all. He's like 37.
Okay, but the way he was acting, he was like out of control, and it seems like barely anybody was holding
Said he
him
was
accountable.
wrong. Like everybody said he was wrong. So that's where you're wrong.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that in the comments. I was
We
in the
all
comments
said it.
last
We
night,
all
and
said he
people
was
was
wrong.
really, people was. I'm not talking about on the panel. I'm talking about in the comments. I was in the comments last night, and I was seeing how they were like, to me when they was talking, people was just blaming her like, oh, she crazy, she delusional. I know what I seen. I knew what I was reading. I wasn't talking. I'm new here. I was just looking at the comments for about 3 to 4 hours. I was at work. I was pretty bored. And so it seems like they were just throwing her under the bus. And it's like, it was just an opportunity for us to attack, for our people to attack her. And it's like, damn, hold him accountable too.
Well,
Like, he was wrong
I don't.
too.
I'm not the most liked over there. So there's that too. It's not.
Oh, I see. I
Yeah.
seen it. I seen it. And it was really
So
people.
without this situation, they would have already been like that because I'm not the most liked over there. So.
And that was clear to see, because even though he was like, he invited her under his pants, he called her out her name several times because she called him the N-word. Come on, like really? You got to invite her there and call her out her name, the B word, just because she said that? And knowing that's how we talk in our community, you get upset to the point
Invite her
that
where?
you're calling her.
Wait. Invite her where?
He said, suck my.
He didn't say that to her.
He was saying that to like the.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you were
he
there.
said it to the comp regardless of.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think you were actually there. You were in the comments, and you should go back down in the comments, because right now you're addressing the comments, so you should tell the comments that they were wrong. Because up in the panel, in the conversation, ma'am, hold on one second. Because at the end of the day, there was a conversation going on in the panel, and you weren't listening in the conversation in the panel. You were too busy reading the comments. So that's where you should stay, in the motherfucking comments, because you are having a session with the comments and not with the people in the panel. We literally all in the panel said that the situation that he did in that night, he was wrong. So for you to say nobody said he was wrong, all of us said he was wrong.
Ma'am, on the panel, you said he was wrong.
Right.
I'm talking
so
about
go
period.
Talk to the comments.
Regardless.
Because we not talking to the comments. We talking about what happened in that live.
Miss Tea Tyme, it was clear last night that you was on his. You was very much so on his dick.
Okay, yep, I was. Yep,
every time it was came up, you was definitely all over him. You was definitely
she's
all
doing
over
that
him.
because I just checked her
I
out.
don't even see how she talking to you right now.
Tell me what I did.
Tell me what I did. You was fake to me. You was fake as hell.
Tell me what I did.
You could have told that. You could have got on his ass as well as got on her. You was strictly.
I could have did what?
You was making it seem like this girl had mental problems and delusional.
AP, I said you had mental problems.
It don't matter what you said, man. You seemed like you was insinuating that. You was insinuating
what did I do
you
him?
fake. To me, you're fake.
You said I didn't say nothing to him. That's
and you saying that he didn't invite her to suck. Yes, he did. He definitely did. That was definitely unnecessary. I don't care who he invited. We was on your panel, and for you to allow him to
wait. AP, did he tell you to go suck his dick?
Well, I think he was talking to everybody. He was just talking to all of us. I don't know. He just said to those. He said to those that
anybody down there that's lying on me can suck my dick. That's what he said.
Say something to AP and to Ty.
Yeah, go ahead, Montrese.
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
Nah, go ahead. Let her go.
Okay.
AP, you keep your head up, okay? And Ty, you keep on doing what you're doing. That's all I have to say. And just pray for the pray for the people who, disrespect you in these comments and stuff. And don't let the devil break you. That's all I have to say.
I
Thank you.
just feel like people just like to
Thank
be
you, sis.
involved. They don't know what's going on. They ain't paying attention. They just want to have something to say. And when a motherfucker clock the fact that they don't know what the fuck they talking about, then they flip that shit. Because this sister literally
You
just
just
said,
like Hulk.
oh,
You just like Hulk
go
more
ahead.
than you like
Yeah.
AP. But you
I
know,
like
we all
what?
we
Miss
all
Blunt?
grown and we
Okay,
all
yeah.
know we
Yeah,
have
that's
fake
true.
friends. It's always
Yeah,
been
that's
fake
true.
friends, and you a
I'm
fake
fake as
friend.
fuck. Yeah, I'm fake as
You
fuck.
are that dude friend. You are
I
not her
am.
friend. And I tell
Go
anybody,
ahead. Go ahead and tell me. Go ahead and
I'll
give
tell
me an
him that,
example of
her
what I
that,
did in the panel.
anybody that.
Give me an
Right.
example of what I did in the live. Go ahead.
Girl, you insinuated. You know what you did. I ain't finna tell no
No,
grown
tell
ass
me
woman.
what
You
I
look older
did.
than me. I'm not
Tell me
finna
what
tell
I
no grown
did.
ass woman what she did. You
Right? You
did
can't.
that. You
That's why
fake
you're
as
doing that, because
hell.
you
You
can't.
was making. I told you before
Clock
you
what
cut.
I
Before you cut me
did.
off. Before
Not
I
what I
got muted, I told
insinuated.
you.
Clock what I
Before
did.
I got muted, I told you. I said your fake ass stood up there and you was like acting like she was delusional, like something was wrong with her. Like no, he was being disrespectful, and all she was doing was protecting herself. You a
When?
fake friend.
She
And girl,
wasn't
I
at
ain't got
that
time.
point.
I'm
No,
finna
she
go back to
wasn't
work.
though.
Ain't nobody finna
No, she
entertain your ass.
wasn't.
This
No,
ain't
she
even your panel.
wasn't.
Do
Bye.
y'all
The
okay,
fuck?
hold on. Do y'all
No,
know
she
do you
wasn't.
know
Bitch, goodbye.
hold
No,
on,
she
Black? Is
wasn't.
this Black?
What?
Okay, do you know T or something? Why is she coming? Why are you coming up
A
just to
lot of
address
disrespect
her?
for no reason.
AP. Good morning,
Okay.
guys.
Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold
Listen,
on. Let
and
me
I
ask you.
realized y'all going before Kappa go. I realized y'all going to come up here and either attack me or attack Ty. We honestly don't do that. Like this is not what we need. Like y'all, please don't do that. Go
Okay,
ahead,
so
Kappa.
where did you meet that gentleman at?
Oh, I met him. So I met him on here. He lives right. He lives like
Okay,
30 minutes from me. He lives where I live. He lives right
there
here.
you there you go. So here's what I see. Okay, and I ain't been in the dating world for a long time, so I'm not up on all the things people do to date, meet each other, etc.
Right.
The caliber of man that you meet
Mm-hmm.
dictates where you meet him at, okay? Why I say that is because back in the day, back in my day, when you met a Negro in the club, guess what? You can't meet a Negro in the club, tossing bottles, and then try to turn him into a husband. Because guess what? Even though he with you, he going right back to that club.
Right.
The caliber of man that you meet dictate where you meet him at. If you meet him in the boardroom, guess what? He's gonna be in the boardroom. Men are creatures of habit.
Yeah.
Okay. They like to do what's comfortable for them, and they don't necessarily consider the other person. They don't consider, we got to stop putting female emotions, woman emotions
Mm-hmm.
on men. And I can tell you this by me watching my husband for the last 2 decades, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Somebody tell me something. Matter of fact, a friend of ours died, passed away. And I was like, oh no, that's terrible, you know? And my husband said he got up out of here owing me money. Damn. You know what I'm saying? The emotion, you go to your girlfriends, your mama, your aunts, your cousins, you go to them for that emotional support. And unfortunately, most men are emotionally immature. Not all. There's some good ones, but y'all, people overlook them. They be like, oh, they metrosexual, they this, they that.
Right.
There are some emotional men that can get in tune with your emotions, but we typically call them lames. Okay? You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what is your interest? I'm not going to slam T. I'm not going to slam you. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
really even going to slam him because he's doing what he does. He's a man, and that doesn't excuse behavior, but it can explain behavior is what
Right.
I'm saying. So
Right.
what do you like to do? Whatever it is you like to do, if you in cryptocurrency, you need to go to CryptoCon. You see what I'm saying? If you
Yeah.
into video gaming, VideoCon, you need to go meet people that have your same interest. If your interest wasn't 5 days a week, I'm going to the gym, then baby, don't try to make yourself be 5 days a week, I'm going to the gym, because you're
Right.
going to burn out on him. You're going to burn out on the situation. Y'all going to be fighting and arguing because that's not your interest. That's what it is. We got to match. We got to have men that's equally yoked. So like, I know my husband is slightly immature, right? So when I'm having like an off day, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, you know how you just wake up and you feel kind of blah? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I don't even say
Mm-hmm.
nothing to him. I'll be like, okay, have a nice day. And then I go maybe sit on here and talk to y'all or call one of my girlfriends in real life and be like, girl, let me tell you, I'm just off today. You know what I'm saying? Like men, they don't like kind of do, they shallow. in some instances, especially the younger they are. And we always say women mature faster than men. No, women emotionally mature thanks to our mamas and aunties and all the cautionary tales about this and that. We emotionally mature faster than men. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's all I wanted to say. It's not necessarily a fault. And when you break up with somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? Why does it have to be somebody's fault? It could just be that y'all was not compatible. Y'all just wasn't rocking. That's
Right.
it. It don't have to come to the internet. It don't have to be somebody's fault. You don't have to leave in anger. You can leave in love. You can release somebody in love. Hey, I love you, but I gotta let you go. You can pull a
Right.
Kevin Gates, put a feather in your head, and be like, hey, I love you, but I gotta let you go. You too stressful. You trying to, cause like me, okay, say I get a divorce or whatever, my husband passed away. Baby, I'm not finna date no gym rat. Cause he gonna want my big old ass up in the gym 5 days a week. I'm not finna do, bro, you get two, and there's gonna be like a Monday and a Thursday. It's finna be some days between there so you can be running me up in the gym like that. You know, you gonna mess around, have to pick me up off the ground. I know this, right? But if I meet a guy that's into anime and cryptocurrency, banking, business stuff, I could talk to him for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And even though my husband's mad immature, my husband is on top of that financial shit. He stay on it. So we can talk for hours on end about nothing but pertaining to those topics. So you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be 100% compatible, but you need to
Right.
be about 70%.
Right.
30% of your life you keep away from that man till you sure that that's the one you want to be with. Then you slowly start introducing each other into those other worlds that y'all like. So say he don't like anime, but you do. Then you be like, okay, well, watch this show. I really like this show. And then you watch him and see how he react. If he like, I can't stand anime, F anime, I ain't doing that, then that give you something to think about. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think you did anything wrong, because in today's world, people are meeting people digitally all the time. I think the error is in the fact that you didn't release homeboy in love. No matter what, I let you
That's a
go. If
good
he didn't
point.
beat you, hurt you, cheat on you, release him in love. That way you don't got one more enemy out here in this world. And guess what? I got a friend right now. She married a dude, best friend of a dude that she was dating years ago. And he introduced them. He was like, I know the perfect person for you. And they married. They married right now to this day. They got married. So you release them in love, baby. All right, I'm dropping
Well,
down into the
thank
comments.
you. Thank you.
Kappa, that was
You're welcome.
perfect advice. I love that, Kappa. AP, I know. Let me say this right quick. I'm
Oh,
finna go, y'all. Like 2 sentences, and I'm finna go.
Oh, laugh.
AP, I know you. AP, I'm being serious. I
No,
promise
no,
I'm being
okay. I love you, laugh.
serious.
Go ahead.
I love you too, babe. So I just want to let you know that you did perfect. You did the right thing, honey.
Right.
There are people that are in relationships for years and years that could have caught what you caught. Anybody, and I love Hook, and I'm just being honest with you. Anybody that says when I call you, you don't say anything. Anybody that gets upset because they're early and you're not willing to stop doing what you're doing, there are signs, and I'm proud of you for picking up on those first signs, because I've been through a lot of shit, and I'm gonna tell you, men don't start off. They don't start off hitting you.
Right.
They don't start off doing some shit. But when you catch those signs, baby, you can get yourself out of a lot of shit that you don't have to go through it now. You fall in love and you feel like, dang, you don't remember how we used to be? Fuck that, AP. I'm proud of you. I am proud of you for noticing signs that you didn't want to put up with. Regardless of whatever else happened, I don't give a fuck, baby. When you call me, I'm supposed to talk because you called me. It's a conversation.
Right. That's what I thought too. Right. So I was like, that
So
was
I'm just proud of you, baby. You didn't stay in something for 20 years that you seen in 2 months needed to end. Now, like I said, I love Hope. Can he be a good friend? Yeah, but some people you supposed to stay friends with and not in a relationship. So I just
agreed.
want you to know that I'm proud of you, and you really did the right thing.
Thank you, laugh. I appreciate that.
All right, I'm trolling in the comments though.
Okay, it's fine.
Can I say something quickly? And
Yeah.
I really only came up here to address the woman that came up here coming at T, because
Yeah.
I love how T handled the whole situation yesterday. She told that ninja what he did wrong, and then she talked to you too, and that's the only thing I have to say. That woman who came up, she only saw one side of that, and I love how T is a good friend. Like, I was like, oh, I wish she would have been my friend when I was going through my thing, shoot. But I love the fact that she got on him, told him how wrong he is, and I want to say, and I don't know if this is sneak diss to him or whatever, his communication skills suck. He's horrible. Women run. I don't like him at all. I really don't like how he talked to you, whether you was saying ninja to him or whatever, but to be cussing at you like that, that was really out of pocket.
Yeah, I feel you on
It
that.
doesn't even equate. Those two words don't, because I have 8 brothers, and I call them that all the time. So
Right, I do that with my brothers too, right? And I don't get, yeah. But my dad used to, it reminded me of my father. My father would come home and he would yell at my mom. He would be totally verbally abusive to my mother. And he would slam dishes around and, slam doors and anything he could slam to be intimidating. And so that's just where it took me back to. And that's why because my mother didn't do nothing. She never did anything. She would just take it and, yeah, that's where it took me back to. So I knew I just had to, I was like, nah, this ain't it.
did it
So,
well. Like, cause before meeting my husband, y'all can call me, I was a runner, track star, baby. Because when I saw something I didn't like, I'm out of it quick. When you just with this, nope, we were done. I didn't play around with that because my mother saw a lot. My mother was much older. I'm adopted, so she was an older woman, and she used to make us watch Lifetime. And she be like, y'all don't take that. You see that, whatever. So I would say this. I saw it with some of my sisters. I have 6 sisters. I saw them take a lot of stuff. But for me, I was just like, Yeah. And I don't know if it's the Capricorn in me or whatever. I'll be out of that situation so quick.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I feel you.
yeah.
No, thank you,
But
girl. I agree.
I'm getting
I'm
down.
gonna say this real quick because AP might meet somebody else next week. She might meet somebody else in 2 months. Like, that's dating. They're dating. Both
Right.
of them. He's in the dating field. She's in the dating field. They dated for 2 months. It didn't work. They moved on. Like, we counting how many people they done dated and already whatever. That's dating.
That's what single people do, right? This is what
Like, I
single
think people
people
don't understand that's what dating is.
Right.
You're dating, you're vetting people. Okay, this person, it's like, think about speed dating. You go sit in the thing, you sit with the person. Okay, I don't like you. We're going to switch to the next table. That's what real world dating is.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead,
It's
Ty.
dating.
I'm getting down, y'all.
The other Ty. Sorry, I know you gotta go. Ty, leave me.
AP, I drop real quick. I just want to say this. Don't let these people make you feel bad for dropping down, getting your eagle on. Fuck as much as you want to. Get your rocks off. Enjoy life. These niggas can't check you and tell you how to respond. AP, you can only respond half a day. Nigga, AP, go for a month long if you want to. That's your prerogative. I don't give a damn if you fucking in 2 days. That's your ass.
Look at your
You put
vibration.
it
She
out
lying.
there
She
how you
lying.
want to.
She lying. She lying. Remove access.
I
Close
ain't
your legs.
lying.
Close your legs. Close your legs. Close your legs.
I ain't like you go out there cause when men be out there, they can honestly say, I've enjoyed my 20s, I've enjoyed my 30s, I've enjoyed my 40s. I'm doing whatever I want to do. And I think women need to start moving the same. Don't let nobody shame you into, oh, I shouldn't date 3 men
But
because it's
Trill,
only
let
been
me tell you the
2
difference
years.
though, and I'm gonna tell you what I learned. And they say this. They say
Excellent advice.
men are blind until they get some. Women are blind after they get some. It's a difference.
Right.
Men will do whatever it takes to get you, but once they get some, their eyes are opened because they've gotten their goal. Women, we are very aware before we open our fucking legs. Once we open our legs, we see nothing. Like, I'm being real. Like, on us, we gotta remove fucking access. Close our legs. Stop fucking these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Make these motherfuckers wait. Because at the end of the day, our feelings get involved too easy when we open our legs. Date them.
Or at least
Let
make
them
them
take
work
us out.
for it. Good
They may
Lord.
go to dinner. But
Make them work
out here
for
just
it.
fucking them, I'm telling you, we
Shit.
ain't built for that emotionally. We not.
No, I mean,
And
but
I
T, I
learned that.
think
I learned that. I did
think
learn that.
some of them are they not built for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
I
in this
agree
case,
they not, but again, they're I agree with that, but their minds are they are different mentally.
yeah,
Like it
yeah,
just
yeah.
is. They like I say, they'll be doing everything. No, you notice how a man doing any and everything you want until he get the box. And then all of a sudden, he ain't calling. He calling you. He still fucking around, but you know what I'm saying? It ain't as heavy and
Yeah,
persistent
yeah,
because he got that knee. Now he might still hit. He gonna still hit you. Y'all gonna still fuck around, but it's something different when they can't get it.
right.
Good morning, panel.
I learned that late in life.
Hold
I
on,
That's
learned
let
that
why I
late in life.
said AP, make them work
hold on,
for it,
Queen. Hold on,
baby.
Queen. Ty been waiting for a minute. Let her go because I know she on a time crunch. Go ahead, Ty. The other Ty, not Tea Time, but the other Ty in the panel in the middle.
Miss Todd up there, she is right. In terms of making the man wait longer, they do think differently because a man can have sex with you an infinite amount of times and still develop no feelings at all. It's just an act. I was going to say the problem that was happening today with everybody inserting their opinions, everybody has an opinion. But the problem is everybody's being, not everybody, but most of the women that are coming up here, it's your delivery and you're being hypercritical. Instead of offering wisdom, you're harping on what she didn't do, how she should have did it, what she should have done. Instead of saying, well, you know, how Kappa came up here and gave her opinion. She told AP how she should probably move going forward. And it was just her delivery that was different. It's so annoying because we were literally at a place where they had reconciled and then one person came up here and deviated the whole live again.
Right.
And she wasn't even factual.
Right.
Literally AP said out her own mouth that is not what happened, but she continued to still go after Miss T.
Yeah, that's what made me think she came up here just for T, and I was like thinking like there must have been something that happened, but in another live or some shit, because she act like she had a whole personal vendetta, like T has panels. Why you ain't come up there and talk to her if you had a problem with her?
Right.
Like,
And I'll say this, as women, we've all been in situations that we could have and should have recognized earlier. That's the thing. That's what we're supposed to trickle down wisdom. Like, hey, girl, I'm going to just let you know I've been in a situation like that. And how it panned out for me, it wasn't the best. I know you can't see that because you're in it, but I'm viewing it from the outside. So maybe you could ...
I don't like this for me.
I'm sorry?
no, go ahead. Sorry, I muted her. Go ahead.
You again, ain't it? Angelus, Taste too? That's you?
Yeah.
Okay, I recognize the picture. I'm going back on mute.
Ty, did you finish? I'm sorry. Did you land it?
No, I don't, that's not me, girl. That's not me. I'm going to land that plane.
No, I agree with you, Ty. I agree with you. Who was next? Jess or no, Sober. I'm sorry, Sober. Go ahead.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Sober.
Okay, so like what I came in on, I just seen two people that have feelings for each other. My opinion. I just feel like once it got brought to the internet, it kind of exploded. I believe you guys can probably fix it and work on each other as friends. I do believe that you did tell him that, to push you a little harder, and stuff like that, but he should have took his time. I don't feel like he embarrassed you when you was on live. I just feel like he wanted everybody to know that y'all were talking. I honestly feel like that. That's my opinion. Again, I just feel like y'all should work this out on the back end and just leave everybody out of it. And those were small things that could be fixed. It's not hard to fix communication.
Sometimes it is actually hard because that's what happened. That was the breakdown of communication with me and him, was the fact when he interrupted my live, it wasn't just a matter of he outed me. He wanted to let people know that, we were talking. In addition to that, he brought the energy of, get the fuck off live. We're going to the gym because I said we're going early. I'm changing the plan. So fuck whatever it is you're doing. And that was completely disrespectful. And he was disregarding my time and my space for what I wanted to do at the time. And so that was disrespectful. And there is no, the communication, there is no fixing that. That's a behavioral thing, right? Because he decided to do that.
Yeah, see, I didn't see the disrespectful side. All I seen was get off live. I just seen it was cute to me. Like, come on. And then your gesture was like, oh, Oh my, I came in on the bottom end. Again, I just thought it was cute. I didn't see the disrespectful part about it, but I do understand where you're coming from. I mean, if you like them, just fix it.
No, that's not what I like. So that's why I escorted him out my house. So I'm good on that. But I appreciate, you contributing to the conversation. But no, I'm good on that. I don't.
Okay.
That
It's
don't make.
okay.
Yeah, that don't make me have feelings for a man. That doesn't get me.
No,
Yeah.
not feelings like friendship, like
No,
build a
not even on a
friendship, not
friendship.
nothing sexual
Yeah,
anymore
no,
or
not even.
anything like that.
Yeah, no, not even a friendship level. I think we good on that. Yeah, I'm good on that. There's
See,
a
it's
lot of
like
friends to be
everybody is
made.
like judging the fact of what they heard and seen on TikTok, but everybody has went through something like this before, and then they want to tear everybody down because of their opinion. And it's like, look in your own rearview mirror and think about what you would have done, because see, a lot of people are embarrassed to bring it to TikTok. See, you and him wasn't. So for anybody that has anything negative to say, so be it. I'm like more of a positive person. I'm not a negative person. So it is
I
what it
understand.
is.
I understand. Okay. Jess,
Morning, ladies. And
See, they saying in the comments he yelled at your daughter. Did he yell at your daughter?
he didn't yell at my daughter. He yelled in front of my daughter was upstairs. He was downstairs. We were in my room and he was yelling. So she heard him. But
AP,
he did not yell at her, no.
And you said when he was informed, he said he didn't care.
Yeah, he was like, I'm only yelling because you're yelling. And I said, my voice being yelled, she's used to hearing my voice if I am yelling in my house. But your voice is not what she's used to. So you need to stop hollering. So he was like, I don't yell like this in front of my own kids. And I'm like, listen, your kids aren't here. Because I told him, I said, treat it like if your kids were here. Treat it like if your kids were right here or whatever. Like don't sit there and raise your voice in front of them. You know what I'm saying? Because it does scare kids. It's different. She used to me yelling all